crazy because you do get so much love. But you're then like, where's the
Box.
where are the ticket sales?
Real love.
Yeah. सब लोग ने कहीं टेलीग्राम में देखा है क्या? क्या लग रहा है? And I mean, I have nothing against tentpole films. I enjoy a lot of them. In fact, if you finish on time, maybe I'll go watch Dhurandhar today. People decide which film they should question,
Yeah.
and which film not to.
Not to
So you might have a film where I don't want to take names, but crazy things are happening. The main characters kill many people, but there's no police in this country only. Nobody's come after him. Nobody's going to ask that question.
Ki
But
logic-
1,000 questions will be asked of her because she comes in that logical framework. So it's crazy. If you behave illogical, then nobody asks you any question and you get away with it.
सडनली एक दिन हम लोग को मैंने देखा यार ये तो देयर वाज अ लाइक अ ग्रुप ऑफ मेन विद मिसेस पोस्टर. पहले तो मैं बहुत एक्साइट हो गई कि अरे वाह हमारे किसी ने जाके प्रिंटर से सो क्यूट प्रिंटर से प्रिंट आउट लिया. मतलब कितना एफर्ट ना आज के वर्ल्ड में लाइक हार्ड कॉपी लेके कोई खड़ा है. फिर पता चला कि नो वी आर अगेंस्ट मिसेस वी आर टॉकिंग अगेंस्ट मेन एंड लाइक तो मुझे लगा ओ ये तो नेगेटिव बोल रहे जाके लाइक यू नो क्योंकि हमारे ऐसे एक स्क्रीनिंग में हुआ था. एक ने बोला था कि बहुत गलत है और मैं उल्टा समझ ली थी तो मैं बोला था थैंक यू सो मच सच में गलत है. सो हरमन बोला था कि नहीं आरती ये बोल रहे हैं कि तुम गलत हो गई. बोले ओ अब तो गया वो क्वेश्चन तो अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर करते हैं लाइक सो वी वर लिटिल बिट लाइक दैट.
The films that we make, we only make it about the 15% of the population of India. We do not make films about the rest of the 75%. It's always upper caste narratives, made and created by upper caste narratives. Then you're ignoring 75% of the population is always left in the lurch. It could also mean that you're only talking about urban population or small town, where you make fun of their English, you make fun of how they look. But 60 to 70% of our economy is agrarian, and they are in villages. Why aren't we talking about villages? Why aren't we presenting them?
Over the years, when you've started, you're naive, you're new, आप नए हो. लेकिन over the years, आप फिल्म बनाते intellectually you grow, right?
करेक्ट
आपके aesthetics, आपके taste,
बिल्कुल.
सब, but you overpass your audience. So how do you go back and cater to them and still be true to yourself? That's the challenge. I think या तो सोचो ही मत. नीरज नहीं सोचता है और वो मतलब it's just to be myself. So I think overtake उसको सोचना नहीं चाहिए. या तो कि आप वो स्ट्रैप में फंस गए ना कि हाउ टू बी ऑफ बीट बट ऑन पाथ. तो ऑफ बीट ऑन पाथ अभी मुश्किल हो गया है. बहुत मुश्किल हो गया है.
I feel it also limits men. Like I feel मुझे याद है कि मैंने जब when I left my job to try for films, मुझे किसी ने बोला था कि you're lucky. मेरा बहुत close friend था. You're lucky as a woman you can take the chance because if you're not earning it's okay. But as a man I cannot do it, and that's because the expectations from patriarchy is from them. So we have to like really free up everybody little bit from all these responsibilities. I feel that. Yeah, that's the problem.
That's a much longer journey. We had rape scenes in Hindi films because we could not have sex scenes in Hindi films. So rape scenes started being in all the 80s films. Like I had written a blog, by the way, Passion for Cinema called Rapometer, where the number who did the maximum number, I think Prem Chopra did about 208 rape scenes. The second was Ranjit, then Shakti Kapoor, then, So there are, and you only had rape scenes because they could not show sex.
Yeah.
The Vamp could do an item number. That's the reason item numbers came, because they could do skin show. In a rape scene, the heroine's clothes could be torn. They couldn't be kind of removed consensually.
Yeah.
So that became something, I mean, if you...
And that has something to do with, I think, the violence against women in India.
I agree.
So I completely agree.
I don't know. I think we are even below some of the, countries that you could not imagine. Women are safer there than India. And I think all of this has something to do with it.
नहीं सही बात
For sure.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say this one thing also, that post Mrs. some of the films that I was getting was that like a girl is raped by 5 men and she finds herself, and always felt that why should rape be the trigger for a woman to find herself? Like why is that? Hello, everybody. I'm Rudwani, and welcome to the Directors Panel Discussion 2025. It's such an honor to be in this room full of such amazing filmmakers who choose to make films to entertain, to make you think a little more, and to increase your empathy. They have characters, they understand them, they are layered, they are nuanced, and they are beautiful. I'm, of course, so delighted to be doing this with some of the best filmmakers of our country. Thank you so much, and we should clap for each other, particularly for all of you.
Sushi Dandiya.
आप लोग बातें कीजिए.
Bilkul, I love it. So all the people commenting usually saying that people are not eating food, I'm sure those comments will not come for this round table. But like I said, you know, some of my favorite filmmakers are on this table. Your work I have admired for so many years, and I spoke about empathy. This table have people who always have made us realize that empathy in the way you look at people, in the stories that you tell is so important. I think every single one of you, and the movies that you've created this year. I'll start with Aarti. Such an important story. Mrs. I think has been a game changer in so many ways. Very tricky because Great Indian Kitchen already was so loved, but then you made sure it had a different milieu and you so beautifully integrated all the nuances. Do you feel your life has changed while making a film like this? I hear a lot of filmmakers and say, this film makes me feel like my life has changed and life has been impacted.
I think so, because I felt I got deconstructed and reconstructed while making the film. You know, when you choose a remake, first of all, you know, filmmaking is a very long process, a 2-year process. So unless you have a story to tell of your own, you don't know how to push yourself to make it. So I had a very troubled relationship in the beginning because I wasn't sure कि you know इतनी अच्छी film का should we make a remake and if we will mess it up. So but while making it, I met a lot of women and I heard their stories and so cathartic it was. So I thought कि now only I should make it, I'll make it well. You know, that's how I started like that. So
It's wonderful. Neeraj, you've given us a film that we can't stop celebrating.
Yeah.
It's India's official entry to Oscars. And today I think we should be hearing out what's going to happen to it. But doesn't matter. Like I said, you already won. Was talking about empathy earlier. It was there in Masan. You have characters where you try to tell so much more than who they are on the surface. A story of courage, a story of resilience, and a story of hope is how I look at Homebound. While making this film, like I was asking, I spoke to your actors and they said that it kind of has impacted in a way that they can't describe. Has it changed things in you as well when you're researching, when you're making a film like this that is so beautiful?
I mean, it has reinstated my belief in how much lived experiences make a story. I'm sure the actors must have spoken to you about how we did the workshop with them for like 2 months about accent and stuff, but like the real change happened when we went and spent time in the villages. You know, we had scene work inside huts, inside the actual places that they will be inhabiting. We took them in their actual costumes and aged them and took them like that. And I remember this one villager who cooked for us. Small little house, 3 little kids. They're all showing me their rangoli, their designs. And this lady, she was cooking from everything from around the fields. And I was just so overwhelmed eating in that house. And I just thanked the man and he hugged me and he said, "Aadmi garib hu, lekin khana acha khilaunga, sir."
How lovely.
And I don't know why I ended up crying. At that moment, I felt that life happening right here is so much bigger than me making a film about it. I just felt so small. And I think the whole journey has been such a rewarding experience that, I mean, people coming and finding catharsis in their own lives through it. Because I think we tend to oversee people, a lot of people who are from the marginalized communities, and maybe them being seen, heard and validated, that sort of experience like humbles you. and I think it'll always carry it with me. It is definitely changed something within me. I think I've become even more empathetic. I've become to I think I've become a better listener.
Definitely listener.
Yeah.
So wonderfully put. Ishan said a very interesting thing to me. Said that when you were going, through those exercises, you'll actually spend so much time, like you said, in those villages. You lived those lives, right? You spent time with them. He was saying that very strangely, Vishal noticed this in Ishan, that there was a moment where he came out of that house that he was in and was walking through one of those streets, and Vishal just pointed and said Shoaib loudly. He realized that his walk and gait had changed. He didn't know when, but Vishal noticed that in him. I think these are little things that I think the kind of immersive workshops and experiences that you gave them. Were you aware of this? Like,
No, I was. I mean, in fact, the end of this whole village thing that happened, like we used to go to every village, just speak to people and understand what's going on. We used to speak to people who've given this exam before, and the experiences are very varied. One person spoke to me. He said that I've been, he didn't make it for the exams, so he's now teaching others that same exam ka preparation. And in the daylight, he's a hawker. In the daytime, he's a hawker. In the evening, he was coaching classes, and he's a Muslim. And starkly opposite, in the same village, we had a mama and bhatija giving the same exam. And I asked them, why are you giving this exam? They said, for pride. So, and then at the end, all of it happened when we closed. I narrated the film finally to them in a mazar, under a tree. And it was spiritual, honestly. I think those kind of experiences, I mean, I can go on, but I think you know what I'm saying.
beautiful. No, of course. Rima, I think they keep harping so much about we need a certain kind of budget to make a certain kind of film. I think Superboys of Malegaon is a very distinct reminder that if you have the passion to make films, you will make it happen. There are, this conversation, of course, is there even today, so many indie filmmakers who do not give up at whatever the cost it is, whether the film is not being released. I think it's a beautiful reminder. As a filmmaker, to be able to do that on screen must have been such a special experience. You've been in places where you want to tell stories the way you want to without the pressure of it all. I would love your comments on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what, for me, the biggest thing that I took away from Nasir was filmmaking just for the love of it. There was no agenda. Like you're saying, when the first film he made, he didn't even know where it was going. And inadvertently, it grew and it became big and started releasing in all the video theaters. And that was the beginning of this whole underground, distribution, exhibition kind of thing that was happening in Malegaon. But it really came from doing it with no agenda, and that was really refreshing, because I think that somewhere I connected with, there were many things about Nasir which are similar to me, and many things that are different. Like, he stayed in Malegaon and made films. But I too am from a small town and had the same love for cinema, and I kind of moved from my small town to Bombay. So, there were a lot of parallels and then a lot of differences, and maybe all of them are not great differences. Because I think there's something very pure about how Nasir and the bunch of boys operated.
Sure.
And some of them are still there making films on YouTube, and Nasir, I think, himself still wants to make another film. But I have to say, it comes from a very pure place,
I had Adarsh in my roundtable, and I discussed about how he just wanted to experience what Nasir goes through, and that he made this film with Nasir in 20,000 rupees.
Yeah.
And insane, because it was a cusp between Hera Fairy and
Yeah.
something else. And I feel, but that kind of commitment from actors as well. I was asking him, what made you want to do that? He's like, because I know it was a different Nasir I had to portray on screen. But the fact that I can still see that man in his elements, I as a producer on it, and just like doing everything was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, also I think Nasir is a hustler, as most directors are. That's the other thing I realized. Whatever level, people maybe functioning in Mumbai or there's him in Malegaon, but there's certain things that make a director. And being a hustler, I think, is one of them, which is like something common that we all have. So I don't know how much of that was actually Nasir hustling rather than, I think Adarsh was made to believe it was his idea. But it was Nasir kind of, yeah, I mean, he was so excited to make that film, and it was done, and in 3-4 days he put it on YouTube, and Adarsh is credited as the assistant director and the producer
yeah.
of the show,
But it's
the film, yeah.
But it's again, like I said, the fact that if you want to make something, it doesn't matter when they'll say you can't make it. You know, the determination and the grit, I think also.
Yeah, I think it's really important when you're telling your own stories, and like what Neeraj was talking about, lived experiences. You know, I think it's wonderful for people to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I think technology is getting better and better and easier to do it. So,
Absolutely. Suparn? Yeah. I think it was such a powerful narrative to see the way you have put out Haq out there. Very, very tricky, because whenever you have a film that is indulging in having a conversation about religion, politics or anything, how much of it can you be, you know, stay to the facts and not have your biases involved? I think the first thing that a lot of people notice is that if you watch the film, you will notice that it's pure in its intention. It is not trying to sway you either way. And I think that's a massive win for Haq. Tell me how tricky that was for you. You know, people have so many opinions, and especially today, there is, for everybody, it's either this way or that way. But I think what you managed to show is that it was a story about a woman who was fighting for her right, and that was what was important, according to me.
So, I mean, here's the thing, right? Just going back before Haq, when I was making Sirf Ek Banda Kafi Hai, again, to make it in this time and place, you could be called anti-Hindu, you're taking on a god man. But the whole idea was, number one, faith. And technically, even Haq is all about faith. You know, there, Manoj Bajpayee is a Shiv Bhakt who literally quotes Shiv and Parvati's discussion with regards to Ravan as to why this godman should not go free either. And here you have, you know, Shazia Bano, who's a fighter Namazi and a daughter of a Maulvi, who quotes the Quran, and she quotes it correctly. And that was one part of it. For me, I think, forget being on the right side of history.
Sure.
I come from a place where, you know, my closest friend Hansal is married to Safina. My closest friend Manoj Bajpayee is married to Shabana. My mentor was Feroz Khan. I have grown up in a country where we kind of learned in textbooks Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, some bhai bhai, right? I mean, there were no fragmentation because of religion. It's a very private, it's a very, very private thing.
Yeah.
Your religion, your faith, whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, and you're agnostic. I mean, that's a matter of faith as well. I needed to kind of personally, you know, everything is political. And how do you bring in your politics without kind of tom-tomming it from the rooftops that this is a political statement, is just by being honest and saying it out loud and hoping to get lucky. And I mean, I went with the emotion of a woman who I patterned on my mother. I'm a single parent child. So I've seen my mother, you know, raise me and my sister single-handedly, doing, you know, translations of Tinkle comics, which I got to read early in life, all night long, and then going to Times of India to VT from Goregaon, and saving money and stinging, and all those are imageries that I used while I was making the film. And that's something I learned only in the last 7-8 years, you know, while discovering myself writing and creating OTT shows, whether it was Family Man or Rana and stuff. The more personalized you make it, it kind of becomes more emotional. So for me, I think that's where I found my balance, by finding my heart.
Wonderfully put. People have been saying that they have missed romance and love stories in its true sense. And I think what you did is you made them realize that they exist, and I'd do it the right way with all its messiness. That's how I look at Metro in Dilo. It was not a love story that only was celebrating the good part of relationships. And I think, again, very interestingly in this table, all your characters also have that gaze for your female characters, the right way to look at it, in understanding your female characters a little bit more better. I want you to tell me when you were drafting or when you were understanding, it's also different for you, right? You've because you try to incorporate the present scenario of what the understanding of love or romance is. Tell me what are the factors that you wanted to keep and what you didn't. What were, because your beliefs, you're also a very romantic person that you admitted. I want to understand how you wanted to craft that, keeping your own ideologies about romance and relationships.
I didn't give so much thought about structuring. It came out very easy actually. I would credit the script of Metro to all the women who have raised me and loved me, and I think just keeping your mother in your head, your wife, your cousin, all my sisters. I think I saw the film and the story through their lenses, and then it all fell in place. Actually, it was easy, and it was actually Metro is a kind of, I would just say it's a life around me, characters around me, but with little more better lighting and music. So कि ज़्यादा नहीं करना पड़ा उसमें actually. So.
No, but I think a lot of tough situations in relationships were handled smoothly, like you were saying, without making it a big deal, but they were important.
Yeah.
Like Konkona was telling me about her part in your film. She was saying that it was liberating to have a character who is not quiet about the fact that she does not like something in a relationship or she's being pushed behind. Thought well and casted well, of course, in thought of Coco doing that.
Yeah, Coco, in fact, Coco was she was the first, casting actually. When I started writing, I called Coco, I'm writing something, you're free, hum log karenge 2 mahine mein. So Coco was the first casting. Casting was very easy. Most of the people I've worked with earlier actually was natural casting for the film. Yeah.
I was talking about women feeling suppressed and feeling a quiet simmering rage. I will have to bring up Mrs. again.
I'm sorry, all three of us have modeled around the women who've raised us.
I know.
Yeah.
And you too, I know. Like he rightly said, right? If for him art is personal, I think for everybody here in some way or the other, art has been very, very personal. So that simmering rage that you so beautifully bring out, it's a generational passing of suppression, which I think is a rage that is waiting to come out. Tell me your understanding of that scene, right, which is so discussed, which was there in Great Indian Kitchen, which is here, of just throwing that drain water in the face.
So actually, as Neeraj and everybody said, for me, like Mrs. के research के लिए मुझे कहीं जाना नहीं पड़ा, like कहीं moon या कहीं ये, मुझे मेरे घर में, I saw my mother like growing up, so I always used to feel that she, sometimes she would just crack and ऐसे random irritation. I used to not understand कि कहाँ से आ रहा है. So I had been privy to that rage, because my mother was also. My mother had a love marriage and she was more qualified than my father, but like throughout the marriage she was like, she used to try to be smaller than my father, just to be equal. So तो मेरे लिए तो rage मैंने वहाँ से लिया. For this scene, also for Sania's character, I thought that a lot of girls, when they enter marriage, it's like they enter a new job, like तो वो excited रहते हैं. So I wanted to show that graph, which I thought like with Sania playing it came out much nicer. So yeah, so like that.
Also the little things that you do, which I think a lot of people also noticed, and I obviously loved it. The placement of objects in the house, whether it's the Russian dolls, you made the male Russian dolls bigger than the, I think you made
I'm
the
so happy you noticed it, because I was
a lot of
so
other things
crazy
also.
about the Russian dolls. Also, I felt that like men and women don't give birth to children, but patriarchy is like men are giving birth to men and
Correct.
women are. So I used to always say Russian dolls आया, Russian dolls आया. It's like कि आप teacup तो वो करो, वो तो grill. I said नहीं, पर Russian dolls चाहिए. So I think वो मेरी production designer ने खुद ही paint किया कि यार मैं Russian dolls डालती हूँ बहुत. हाँ, मेरे लिए वो बहुत important था. हमारे लिए एक ही घर था पूरा, तो मैं ऐसे जोक भी करती थी कि सोचो कि गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स है, ये किचन वेस्टर्स है, ये है, तो हर एक रूम को उतना थॉट डालो जितना उसने वो पूरा शायद कैसल में डाला होगा. सो दैट थॉट आई ट्राई टू पुट इन एवरी लाइक. सो हमारे लिए डाइनिंग टेबल ऐसा था कि किचन में बहुत सारे, मैं बोलती भी थी कि ये ना रेडियो एक्टिव जैसे होता है ना डिक्के, तो ऐसे वो किचन में वो दिखना चाहिए कि ये शायद बचपन का एक टूटा हुआ टिफिन बॉक्स में वो कुछ रखती है. तो छोटी छोटी चीज़ें वो हम खुद के लिए, ऐसे कोई देखेगा नहीं, कुछ नहीं होता, हम ही देख के खुश हो जाएंगे लाइक एंड जैसे डाइनिंग टेबल में
एक कबर्ड था तो उसमें हमने अचार वचार रखा था जो कि सिर्फ men can have. So these were the small things. I thought psychologically also it kind of impacted my actors.
जी.
And I felt that this film was a microsurgery, like on like everything, not just space but also emotions. And that's what it was, like, you know, carefully calibrated throughout.
You spoke about marriage and how women have to kind of start getting adjusted. It's a new place. इसीलिए आपने शुरुआत की. You showed all the male products that were there in that house,
Yeah.
and how she slowly starts admiring them, and then she
Yeah.
starts kind of
Yeah.
replacing and slowly trying to make space
Make
for
space,
herself.
yeah.
Awkwardly. I think
Yes.
what you were trying to show that. Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's
yeah.
I think very well done with all those elements
Yeah.
that you also
yeah.
showed.
Yes.
And like you rightly said, the food placement was very different. In towards the end, it gets shabbier, and
Yeah.
then it's
Yeah.
very beautifully put because they are supposed to be perfected.
Yes.
इसे प्यार से फिल्म देखती है.
नहीं, but अभी मजा आया मुझे.
मुझे ये खुशी हो रही है.
I actually had. नहीं, मुझे बहुत पसंद आया. I actually had some pictures also of it. I'll just show the just food placement का like this.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
To because it
अपने कपकेक्स नहीं रहे जिसके लिए हम लोग पागल करते हैं. So हमारा था कि पूरा I don't know for people who haven't seen, we had this 36 भोग जिसका पूरा पीपीटी बना था. हाँ, और उसके एंड में मेरा बस था कि वो लोग का कपकेक में उनके फोटोज हैं. सो मैं वो कपकेक्स वो शॉट पहली बार हम लोग को मिठाई नहीं मिली थी तो सिर्फ 4 लड्डू थे तो मैंने एनजी कर दिया था तो लेकिन कपकेक्स आए थे. सो दूसरी बार बोले कि चल ये मिठाई आ गई पर कपकेक्स नहीं है. देन उसने एनजी हुआ. ऐसे नहीं, कपकेक्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था कि इट्स द एक्साइटमेंट ऑफ स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू लाइफ फॉर दिस गर्ल स्पेशली. एंड आई थॉट दैट I feel that in our country, marriage has become like an event in itself. Like, you know, like एक Diwali season होता है, but wedding season होता है.
It's a $1 billion industry.
Yeah, and I feel that girls think that marriage is that wedding night or whatever, but I think marriage is a lot more than that. And we wanted to show a girl who's excited about her wedding night and about everything. So she also buys a nightie. Actually, we had a scene also where she goes with her friend to buy, but that was deleted. But she wears a nightie and she constantly checks herself in the mirror throughout. And I thought that's where a little female gaze does help because we too tend to do that. Like we tend to check on ourselves कि हम ठीक दिख रहे हैं, especially when someone from opposite sexes comes. So वो थोड़ा बहुत हमने डालने की कोशिश
We also check ourselves, don't worry. Works both ways.
and इसीलिए I think वो टिफिन और वो चाय देना वो किस तरह से पहले कैसे होता था is also you've used food very well to make also show and change how they've emotionally changed as people.
Yes. So we showed her taking efforts, listening to recipe videos because now people do see recipe videos to impress. And by the end of it, she's just boiling aloo, putting things because she's like, I'm done with it. She was done with it much before she arrived at that place.
क्योंकि वो घुट रही थी, तो I think that was showing in the work when you just give up on something.
Yeah, and for me, that turning point that you spoke about in Rage was when there was a complete erasure of her identity because she was holding on to her dance videos of her past so much. That when the husband said कि वो सब निकाल दो, I think for her that was कि अब वो भी नहीं रहा तो मेरे पास मैं कौन हूँ, like you know. So, and we kept talking a lot about that. Like I and Sanya used to discuss a lot.
I love it. So now the rose coming from one object to the other. Very interesting. You know, I was discussing this with people who watched Haq, saying that शुरुआत में वो बड़ा ऐसे romantic होता है in Haq, and he gives her roses. He's actually a man who actually love bombs her. You know, like a lot of men in the beginning, and he actually starts supporting her and is there for her. Till eventually, of course, all his the narcissism and the misogyny eventually comes across. और end में वो जो जिस तरह से वो लड़ रहा होता है, end में वो जाके एक वो रोज जो हमेशा वो पहनता था अपने कोट में वो निकाल के साइड में कर देता है. And this I wanted to discuss with a lot of people, and we had a lot of different analogies. According to me, I felt like for her they wanted to show the loop closes because शुरुआत रोज से हुई थी, तो I think you want to show that he putting down is he finally letting her go and almost admitting that I'm okay, you won. But then I thought, I don't know, he's an egoistic man. Would he even admit that he's you won? So please tell me what your idea of the rose in the beginning, and then he taking the rose out and she's walking away. There's no shot of her even looking back at the rose, right? He just places it, then that's how you close it.
So Reshu had written in the script that she has a rose garden in which there is a blue rose.
Correct.
So we actually spray painted a blue rose, and there was in that whole damn garden of pink and red roses, there was one blue rose whose shot I took. Okay. And then I was like, it's very random to just have a rose garden and not use it. So then we retrofitted the fact that when he first meets her in the library,
Correct.
he gives her a rose, keeps it in the book and says ki humne mohar laga di.
Correct. Huh.
Then of course she plants a rose garden. She is literally creating her entire house, transforms it by bringing in her part in it. The rose garden remains even after she leaves the house.
Yeah.
It's maintained. She shows it to her kids. She comes back. He never stops wearing the rose in all the court
Correct.
cases. He's always
I
wearing
agree.
a damn rose. For me, I wanted to, find poetry and have fun with it, because in my head when the script was written, again, there was no music in it. So I had songs playing in my head. So I kept shooting moments to bring in music. Post edit is when Vishal Mishra and I sat down and he brought in the songs which never existed before, and he found the soul in it. For me, the last scene, I asked people their reasons of what he's doing, and everybody comes with very interesting reasons and beautiful reasons at that. For me, I'm not going to give my reason. I'm going
Okay.
to keep it. But
Oh.
one of the best reasons I heard, which was very, very emotional, was in a way that's him realizing he's lost her.
Which is what I thought. Like, but he seems such an egoistic man. I assume that.
He stems from ego. The whole battle starts with that, because
Of
she asked
course,
for apology.
exactly. So I mean, maybe I am just a negative person, that I think men will take a really longer time than that. But you think it can be one of those
Of
reasons?
course. I mean, it can be
okay,
many
give
reasons.
me hope
but
then.
Again, see, my thing is, I think with any film or poem, I guess, what you bring to it as an audience is what your takeaway would be. In what state of mind did you watch it? And I have heard so many interesting reasons for it. Some very, very emotional. Actually, all very, very emotional. But yeah, everybody's experienced loss. There's nobody on this table or in this planet who really kind of gets what they want. Everybody experiences loss at some point of time in their life. They lose the one they love, and they come to terms with it. For me, that rose was a motive of a whole life, kind of, laid to rest.
It's very interesting because he said, I mean, songs come there. Then as Metro, you have an art of incorporating music and just enthralling us in it. And I think not everybody can make musicals the way you do. I mean, it's very tricky, I feel, because some might feel like, okay, Gana zyada hai, but the way you do it, I feel, is so interesting. It's almost like a character in your film. It's not separate. It's like it is one of your actors. It's one of your characters. Tell me how your relationship with music has changed till now, because you've so beautifully, have you adapted and evolved along with it?
Same. Pritam अभी भी गाने नहीं देता है, पहले भी नहीं देता. Nothing has changed. No, again, a film like Metro, I wish I had I'm complaining, Pritam सुनेगा ये, because when
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा.
your screenplay and narrative is so much vivid with the song, you wanted the song beforehand, ताकि आप थोड़ा सा कहानी कहते कहते उसको ठीक कर सको.
बिल्कुल.
उसके lyrics, उसके lines हो तो मिला नहीं मुझे. So that's the only one regret. There are a lot of loopholes in Metro's screenplay which I could have done, because it was last moment में जब गाने end में आते हैं तो आप थोड़ा सा वो cut and paste होता है कि आपको यहाँ पे adjust करना है, यहाँ पे adjust करना है, यहाँ पे adjust करना है. वो मुझे बार बार देख के ऐसा था, अरे यार ऐसे अपनी फिल्मों. So वो कुछ चीज़ें हैं, लेकिन ये क्या वो I think प्रीतम understands me again. तो जब मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ through songs, उसको भले हिंदी समझ में नहीं आती, लेकिन उसको भावनाएं समझ में रहती कि यार दिस इज व्हाट इज वांट टू, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ. और द होल टीम, डिम्पू, अमिताभ भट्टाचार्य, प्रीतम, एंड सो मेट्रो वाज इजियर देन जग्गा एक्चुअली. सो मेट्रो वाज तो लाइक गेट वॉक. हाँ, जग्गा तो बहुत मुश्किल था. सो मेट्रो वी हैड फन. एंड वो रिस्की भी होता है कई बार. ऐसा लगता है कि यार चेक करते हैं, पंगा ले लिया है तो करते हैं.
But Jagga had some great pieces of art. I mean, you should do a Broadway play one of these days.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
That khana kha ke
Like for me, Jagga that song, I mean, it's my go-to song in general. The way it is choreographed, the way it is shot and plays out is lensed. In fact, it's brilliant.
It was all collaborated. सारे लोगों का हुआ था.
I think this year the only time I was zapped by a song was when I watched Sinners. The way they brought in the song there was again amazing.
Correct.
And I think the way you showed Pankaj ji's character was so interesting for me. I think again, right, like breaking those stereotypical idea of what masculinity should be. Here's a man who is cheating, you know, but also is vulnerable enough to let go of it and then grovel his way. Now, I'm not talking about what is right and wrong in that, but I feel the way you've showed it is very interesting. आप बताओ इस पे, आपको क्या लगता है?
वो मैं हूँ
Oh!
ऐसे तो मुश्किल नहीं था.
Is that the discussion that you have ki what you wanted it to be like with Pankaj ji? Especially, you know, like his wife is taking that, he's feeling humiliated, but he's okay to be getting even more humiliated,
Yeah.
you know, all of that.
हाँ, so no, actually Pankaj के साथ, you know, after Ludo, actually it was very easy, you know, he came completely blank slate, nothing, just क्या करना है बताओ, कपड़े पड़े हो गए, अभी देखते हैं, देखा जाएगा. तो हमने सेट में ही बनाया उसको. So I think the first scene, so I always, you know, pick up a scene to be the first scene to be shot. Catch the bull by the horn, सबसे difficult, सबसे जहाँ सब tone set हो जाए, आप उससे शुरू करो, उसके बाद सब आसान हो जाता है. So I think first scene में Coco and Pankaj got their characters right. उसके बाद तो फिर ये कर लेते, वो कर लेते हैं, ऐसा कर लेते हैं, आप ये बोल दीजिए, आप वो बोल दीजिए, ऐसे ही हो गया फिर.
It's so much fun. Rima, I've enjoyed the audition scenes so much. Also because आप उन audition scenes में उन characters और उनकी personalities को इतने सही तरीके से देखते हो जब वो अपने film के लिए cast कर रहा होता है. Because he's also mocking them. You know, there's a little bit of an ego coming in, but they want to keep that ego aside and still कि मुझे ये role चाहिए within the friends group. How did you envision that entire scene? Because it's a mix of you know, it's obviously funny, but it's also distinctive personalities को बड़े सही तरीके से आप देख सकते हो उसमें.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had Varun Grover who wrote
Yeah.
the montage really well, and we did a bit of, you know, improvising on set. We tried some things, and like you say, you know, once the characters find their pitch and tone, then and you know, you just let them do things, you kind of end up finding a lot of stuff. That's
Then eventually the film makes the film.
yeah.
बन जाती है.
So everybody used their base, you know, what Varun had written, but they kind of started improvising and going with it, and yeah.
You know, for both, I believe Homebound and Superboys of Malegaon is the trails of friendship for me इस साल की. मुझे लगता है दोनों ने I was discussing it with them as well. मुझे लगता है ये जो दोस्ती में कोई सीमा नहीं होती is I think what you're, you know, they say friendship is limitless, the true kind of friendship that you can do anything for your friend, is I think both your films represent that so well. आपका last scene और इनका last scene, I'm just doing a comparison, just not comparison, just parallels, कि उसमें वो जो भावना है, the purity of intention and just letting go that you've lost someone who's just everything to you is so beautiful. Different ways, but there are those feelings. So I would like both of you to comment on how, like, I looked at it, how you looked at the friendship and the loss in the film.
I mean, mine was based on a true story.
Of course.
So it was supposed to be, the climax was known. It's like that, you know, that commercial that came in where this woman walks into a very fancy architect's building and she takes out a faucet from her LV and places and says, build a house around this. It was like that because you had the climax and you build a whole story around it. That challenge was quite something because to match up to what Basharat's article was, and I was dreading the climax the most. I mean, me and Ishan were, of course, through the shoot, I think I was most scared of it, how to make it felt. And impact was more important than nuance, I feel. That's been my thing with Homebound. Because I could have played around with structure, I could have done a lot with like form. But I thought कि यार ये real story है, इन लोगों की कहानी है, and it should impact.
Absolutely.
And in that you may lose nuance, you may lose, maybe you'll not get selected in the main competition of Cannes, but like it was intended that way. So that climax sequence, I think I kept writing over and over. And you know, there was actually it also happens that what Shoaib is telling Chandan in that moment, Chandan is also imagining all of that. So we shot even also that. We shot the entire family cooking biryani. There was also a shot of like he imagining Sudha's character walking up a cliff with a chain tied to her back.
Correct.
It was a Sisyphus ka idea that even that, like, all of that, like, I felt that the way Ishan performed it, and I felt like it'll be stupid to cut into something.
Yeah.
So it removed all of that.
Beautiful.
And the day when he performed, I think I shot it twice, just to be safe. I took 4-5 takes of it, and every time, I don't know how he's done it. It was simply spiritual to just watch him unravel, and the way he's done it, it's like, yeah, even the ball element also, like, I had not thought of it before, and just the day before I wrote it, and then I realized that it's connecting to another scene in the interval portion
Yeah.
where they're talking about the ball, and I realized that, oh, it sits in your conscience, and like it comes out.
But the same thing with him carrying him over the shoulder
Yeah.
as well. Which
That
is-
was planted. That was
that
planted.
which I think people notice. I like, you obviously notice it's very, when you, that shot of yours when he's carrying is instantly reminiscent of the shot that you tried to show on the terrace. Very well
And
done.
it's so difficult to do it because, like, we were on a live road and we had to block traffic, and beach where people would pass off and he's performing and people are like going, yeah, selfie and all. Like, you get so distracted, and still he
And I
somehow.
loved David film, and I think I
Yeah.
called the message. You know, I'm telling you, मैं इतना you must have noticed ना, मैं बहुत ऐसे underplay कर रहा हूँ अपनी फिल्म पर ज़्यादा, कि मैं इतना impressed हुआ दोनों की फिल्में देख के. नीरज का फिल्म को देख के तो I really felt really small. I think messaged him also. So and it was amazing because you know सिनेमा इतना अच्छा है ना, आपको शायद ऐसे लोग से आपकी मुलाकात ना हो, शायद ऐसे सिचुएशन पे आप ना जाए, लेकिन आप वो जीते हैं ना जब आप बैठ के वहाँ पे फिल्म को, एंड इट रियली अफेक्टेड मी. आई हैव नेवर
Yeah.
गॉट अफेक्टेड सो मच. मतलब शालिनी का जो सीन आता है चप्पल वाला, मैं तो हिल गया था यार उस सीन का.
Yeah.
That is entirely her. I mean, I had no idea.
Really,
Yeah.
She's entirely.
Even the part where the, you know, aftermath, like when the
एंड आई से सॉरी, मैंने
friend
सिर्फ
has
आपकी
died.
फिल्म नहीं देखी, इनकी नहीं देखी, मैं रीमा की भी देखा हूँ. Kamal, so I think it's
ambulance
best love
scene,
letter
when you have to do the
cinema.
paperwork. For me, it just broke my heart. Like now I have to deal with the paperwork. Like you know, ये निराधार. तो मुझे बहुत ही मतलब एकदम कुछ अजीब से goosebumps आए थे.
Yeah.
कि वो आधार ढूंढ रहे हैं अपने friend का.
You know, they say the power of cinema and the power to make you feel something really, and that it was there. I agree. I was sobbing, and my mother was quietly sobbing and then quickly rubbing because she believes that she doesn't want to cry and all. I just want to show a few frames that I've loved of this beautiful film that Neeraj made. Such beautiful frames. These frames,
The whole station is in Nova.
yeah. This, you know, even this, very similar, these two. You had those
Yeah,
parallels of how.
Thank you for spotting it. We actually planted it this way. Thank you for spotting it.
So some of this must be so difficult. I don't know how you made it happen with the contract. It must have been crazy to make it happen the way you have.
Yeah, also like low budget and all, but just to find empty roads was such a challenge to like show,
Yeah.
you know, the COVID era, because we shot all of those in Gujarat.
बट इसका मजा है, यू नो, सिनेमा में लिमिटेशंस ना लैंग्वेज बन जाता है.
Yeah, 100%.
ऑलवेज, और मिस्टेक ना स्टाइल बन जाता है.
No, but it's a fact too.
True.
Like, so with Yami, you know, her dupatta kept falling off. She made it part of the scene. So people
Yeah.
were like, oh, wait, how did you rehearse that? I said, no, the dupatta kept falling off. She used it
So
in
you
the
kept
scene.
it.
I mean, if you have a 9-minute long monologue, you are going to fumble.
Yeah.
But if
yeah.
you keep it, it becomes like it's a performance.
that monologue was so powerful. She's excellent in it. I think it's very moving.
Yes.
And you make it work. Sometimes monologue looks very gimmicky, right? Sometimes it feels, because I love silences in films, because I feel like that is so powerful. You know, like Mrs. has some beautiful silences, Superboys also. You know, there are the gaze, right? Like talking about silences. But I feel it is so powerful, that monologue, that it stays with you. Well written, and she's
She's been excellent. I mean, honestly, you had Imran giving his monologue before, which was
Yeah.
again really brilliant. And the whole film technically is his monologue.
Yeah.
She refutes him. And her entire emotional response is to everything that he said is technically correct.
And I feel that wraps it up for me. Like I was saying in the beginning, कि वो जो आपका एजेंडा है कि you know है कि नहीं है, वो जो मोनोलॉग में बोलती है ना, पर मैं सिर्फ मेरा हक चाहती हूँ. I just want to be treated equal. That is the messaging of the film that comes through towards the end, and I congratulate that you could do that. It's very tricky. Beautifully done. I have been constantly talking about the scene. I spoke to Adarsh and he said that उसको हमेशा लगता था कि मुझे कभी glycerin की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, but he realized that it was so hot.
Not just that, actually, the climax of the film, in the first draft, Varun had attempted something pretty close to what is in the documentary. But I felt like the documentary, I myself am a huge fan. So like Aarti said, if you're remaking something that's already quite beautiful and superb, you want to do a little bit more than that.
Correct.
And so I kind of pushed the climax to not go very real and what actually happened, even though it's out there in the documentary. Shafiq was brought in literally in an ambulance. He was almost like lying when he was watching the film, and eventually he died a few days later. But I didn't want to go with that. I wanted to go with what Nasir felt in retrospect, because there's also been a 16, 17 year difference between the documentary coming out and, so it's about what Nasir feels today.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, whatever Nasir did or didn't do, whether he played right by his friends or not, eventually he did immortalize Shakil.
Difficult.
And I went with that.
Just that gaze, na?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. What a way
And
to.
I just wanted the climax of the film to be, to kind of encapsulate what is cinema, what is filmmaking, what is movie making, what is the magic of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it came about.
I don't know. I thought there was a constant gleam, like a sparkle in Adarsh's eyes. Especially when he's sitting with the camera, even when he's doing shadi scenes or whatever, like a person who कि मुझे कहीं पे भी chance दे दो. I don't know. Is it?
No, I think he's very, very enthusiastic, and he's seriously method. You know what I'm saying? More method than anybody I know. So
I've heard some stories.
Yeah. But he kind of really gets into the character. But before that, I'd like to talk about why we had to use glycerine. Because, it was we used a phantom camera. It was a 3-day shoot.
Yeah.
The whole climax. And I had used a reference track which was very touching and emotional. So, ये सब actors पहले 6 घंटे में इतने रोए कि they could, and they didn't need to cry in the beginning. This is the start of the show. Everybody's settling down. So I was like, guys, can you stop crying? Because, this is not the time to cry. And everybody was like, no, we'll cry. And by the end of it, everybody had to take glycerine because they just cried at the wrong time and dried themselves out. So that was why,
But it worked out. I know he shared that when we were all laughing then as well. Because he was like, वो सूखी गए थे जब चाहिए होता था.
Yeah.
That happened.
But that does, it does happen sometimes.
Absolutely.
Try
Aarti?
working with Priyamani, sorry. Priyamani can cry like this on Mars on it. During Family Man,
Yeah.
so I was kidnapped. She's crying. She starts crying at around 9 o'clock in the night to 2 to 4 in the morning. Every single day. Cries.
Same with Coco. Coco does this. Oh my God, how did she like?
The same
yeah?
intensity.
I mean, a lot of these actors, they did it, and they did it in a lot of other scenes. But I think that here they're just dried up. Yeah, because you're just going on crying at the wrong time, And with each one of them, I was like, guys, I'll tell you when you have to cry. Can you just please not cry right in the beginning? But I think, everybody had been through, it was something we had shot towards the end of the schedule.
Yeah.
And everyone had been through all of the bonding and living and, we had all gone to Malegaon. So somewhere I think that it was just a question of wrong timing that kind of affected everybody's skill.
Neeraj, you were saying something.
No, it's just a small anecdote. Basically, Coco, I was shooting with her for an anthology shot called
Gili Pucci.
And
By the way, I love that film. I just want to put it out there.
I gave her a whole spiel about crying and how important is crying for me. And the kind of crying is very important for me. Like every emotion has a different kind of cry, blah, blah, blah. I tell her all this faff, and then we were smoking, okay, and she lit up a cigarette. And till the time she finished it, she did 3 kinds of cry. I said, which one do you want?
Wow.
She basically said, hold my beer.
Then she said, hold my... She is legend, I'm telling you.
She's amazing.
Like a dolly shot that I did, like she knew at what point, when the dolly comes at one point, she broke down at that. Because I asked her, I'm quite intrigued by how people portray emotions. I asked her, and she said she doesn't do emotional crying anymore. She only does it via breath. Because emotional, you run out in like 4 takes. You run out. You're spent. You can't like.
इसमें करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanya
Also
does
discovered
emotional cry. Sorry, emotional crying every time, and she, especially in Mrs., she felt so much for the character that so many times I was worried that I have to preserve her, because I know there were scenes where she was not supposed to cry, but she used to feel so bad after the take, and I knew that, like, you know, I knew that she was on the verge of crying, you know, because I was observing her. So a lot of my like, you know, relationship was also going there and just trying to make sure that she's emotionally okay through this.
This thing to preserve crying is so much for like every filmmaker, I feel.
Yeah.
When I had to like hold on, because Ishan would cry every time. He would bawl out, and I wanted to like, okay, save, don't get spent on it. But he would, I don't know how he's done it.
I mean, the best crier I have encountered is Rani Mukherjee, though, who I also think is one of the best actors I've ever had the pleasure to direct. But when I was doing Talash, you know, we'd be, and no getting into it, no method. I think she'd just be talking, bubbling, jokes, ye, wo, and then everybody like roll camera, start action, and she start crying. And I was like, are you like,
That reminds me of Kajol. Same thing. Ha, thak.
yeah, and you're
What
just
happened
like,
to you?
it's just like, how do you do it? Yeah. But I guess,
Did they say how did they do it?
There are
I
tips
mean,
of different people. Different
Yeah.
techniques.
Yeah.
You were saying something. You wanted to add something to it before? Okay.
We don't ask actors their tricks.
Huh?
They get
Sure.
paid for it.
Sure. Okay. You know, Aarti, you got so much love. I think all of your films have. But I really like the way you all handled the criticism that came from a lot of the opposite sex also, and also
Yeah.
the same sex, because they thought you were going very anti-men. They thought what you were calling out is a lot.
Yeah.
But there was so much grace in when you were trying to even handle that criticism for the other side. Tell me how you handle that, because
I mean,
today,
I'd just like to say she generally is a very graceful person.
yeah, of course.
So that is Reema being very graceful.
No, but you are. But I
I'm
feel
so-
like, you know,
so
it's very
comfortable.
when your intention is so pure with a film like that, and when people, obviously a lot of men were like, this is not who you are, you're only showing whatever men like this, but that's the story, right? Like,
Yeah. You know, first, I want to also say that like this film had so many champions and we didn't know. मतलब मुझे लगा था मैं मेरे बबल में हूँ शायद, इंस्टाग्राम बबल में, कि मुझे सिर्फ मिसेस के रील्स आ रहे हैं, लोगों के कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, बिकॉज ऐसा होता है, like the algorithm gives
Correct.
you. So, but then people said no, we are also getting it.
Yeah.
And then I saw that there was like there were 3 waves of big reels. So one of the first wave of reels was like Valentine's Day, because 4th Feb को रिलीज हुई थी. So बड़ा मैंने डेट प्लान किया था, पर मिसेस देखकर गर्लफ्रेंड
Horror story, हाँ.
ब्रेकअप कर दिया.
yeah, like horror story of the biggest horror story,
This was
yeah.
like the very top most reels. So and तो फर्स्ट कमेंट जिसको शायद मिलियंस ऑफ लाइक्स मिले, तो फर्स्ट कमेंट ये था कि गर्लफ्रेंड की छोड़ अपनी मम्मी की सोच. You know, so I felt that these people who were watching the film themselves were finding a such lovely voice for the film that we felt very enabled by them, कि उन्हीं से हम सोचते कि कैसे वो करना. एंड ऑल्सो लाइक फॉर मी सानिया हैज बीन अ पार्टनर. लाइक मुझे अगर 100 टैग्स है तो उसको तो 1000, उसका तो इंस्टाग्राम खुलता ही नहीं था, उसको इतने टैग्स हो रहे थे. एंड सडनली एक दिन हम लोग को मैंने देखा यार ये तो देयर वाज अ लाइक अ ग्रुप ऑफ मेन विद मिसेस पोस्टर. पहले तो मैं बहुत एक्साइट हो गई कि अरे वाह, हमारे किसी ने जाके प्रिंटर से सो क्यूट प्रिंटर से प्रिंट आउट लिया. मतलब कितना एफर्ट ना आज के वर्ल्ड में, लाइक हार्ड कॉपी लेके कोई खड़ा है. फिर पता चला कि नो, वी आर अगेंस्ट मिसेस, वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अगेंस्ट मेन. एंड लाइक तो मुझे लगा ओ ये तो नेगेटिव बोल रहे जाके, लाइक यू नो, क्योंकि हमारे ऐसे एक स्क्रीनिंग में हुआ था, एक ने बोला था कि बहुत गलत है और मैं उल्टा समझ ली थी, तो मैं बोला था थैंक यू सो मच, सच में गलत है. सो हरमन बोला था कि नहीं आरती ये बोल रहे हैं कि तुम गलत हो. गलती बोली ओ अब तो गया वो क्वेश्चन, तो अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर करते हैं. लाइक सो वी वर लिटिल बिट लाइक दैट. बट आई रियली फील दैट दिस इज सच, आई ऑलवेज फील दैट दिस इज अ प्रॉब्लम विथ नो नेम, लाइक यू नो. And it's so much people, women are learned to adjust since
Eons, पुराने कब से.
forever. And we don't even know. And I'm also guilty of how I treated my mother. I always, whenever I go, I ask my mother कि मम्मी ये खाना ये वो. So I have been also guilty of it because I've been conditioned by the same system. And only जब when it's मेरे पे आई तो मुझे realize हो कि oh तो ये है problem, like you know, there's obviously so much वो. And I felt that like to them also to say that people are criticizing, you know, try to understand that these are real experiences and real life thing. Business.
Yeah, that's the worst part, right? Women enable women firstly.
Yeah.
Then secondly, they tell you keep adjusting,
adjusting,
compromise.
yeah.
I mean, same thing happens
Yeah.
in Haq as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's his mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So taking a stand, keep adjusting,
Keep-
संभाल लो.
Yes.
वो
Yeah.
क्यों माफी मांगेगा? लड़का है. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like shit.
हाँ, तुम जाने दो, एंड वो तो बहुत ही है कि तुम जाने दो, माफी मांगने से कोई छोटा बड़ा नहीं होता.
No, that's the same system that enabled that guy to kind of be anti-Mrs. instead
Yeah.
of shutting the hell up and just
Yes,
listening.
yes.
Yeah.
And I feel it also limits men. Like I feel, मुझे याद है कि मैंने जब when I left my job to try for films, मुझे किसी ने बोला था कि you're lucky. मेरा बहुत close friend है, you're lucky as a woman you can take that chance because if you're not earning it's okay, but as a man I cannot do it, and that's because the expectations from patriarchy is from them. So we have to like really free up everybody little bit from all these responsibilities. I feel that. Yeah, that's the problem.
That's a much longer journey.
Yeah, I mean, bigger, I mean, I don't know if I should say it now, but I think all of this also leads to, it becomes such a systemic problem that today as filmmakers, it's, you can show a rape scene, but you can't show a consensual sex scene.
Yeah.
Now, that,
Can't even show kiss.
yeah.
You know, because you said that, Tilottama just during the roundtable mentioned that how she now doesn't want to do rape scenes because she said, as a woman, मुझे पता है sexual assault कैसा feel होता है. The camera should be on the opposite end. Can we change the way we look at things and the gaze? It's a very valid point. She said, because forever I think कि और पता होना चाहिए कैसे, but the women know how that bad that can be.
Can I just add something to that? I mean, here's a fun, interesting part that we had rape scenes in Hindi films because we could not have sex scenes in Hindi films. So rape scenes started being in all the 80s films. Like I had written a blog, by the way, Passion for Cinema called Rapometer, where the number who did the maximum number, I think Prem Chopra did about 208 rape scenes. The second was Ranjit, then Shakti Kapoor, then, So there are, and you only had rape scenes because they could not show sex.
Yeah.
The Vamp could do an item number. That's the reason item numbers came, because they could do skin show. In a rape scene, the heroine's clothes could be torn. They couldn't be kind of removed consensually.
Yeah.
So that became something, I mean, if you...
And that has something to do with, I think, the violence against women in India.
I agree.
So I completely
Like we
agree.
are, I don't know, I think we are even below some of the, countries that you could not imagine. There, women are safer there than India. And I think all of this has something to do with it.
नहीं सही बात.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say this one thing also, that post Mrs. some of the films that I was getting was that like a girl is raped by 5 men and she finds herself, and always felt that why should rape be the trigger for a woman to find herself? Like why is that such a dominant narrative? And I got many films like that. And I said, why should she become suddenly a devi only when she is raped? Why can't? So मुझे वो थोड़ा सा कुछ politics में कुछ off लग रहा था, and I couldn't put my finger also on it. कि यार the rape हुआ तभी she found herself. Like why should violence trigger her coming of age or something like that?
No, I think very well made point. मुझे तो लगा when I used to read those comments also of people, which is again free world, do it. I felt like it just proved that you need more films like this. एक से तो चलेगा ही नहीं. Or because if because then these conversations have to go on. अगर 100 साल भी लगे तो like.
No, but that is the thing, right? Until you link Ghar Ki Izzat to a woman's sexuality, this will continue. A guy, a 21-year-old to 18-year-old boy goes and has sex, his father will pat his back and says, "मैं लड़का मर्द बन गया."
Yeah.
If the girl says that, she'll be beaten black and blue. Why? Because your izzat is linked solely to her having sex. I mean, that's the thinking that I think follows everything in and around.
No, very well put. Neeraj, like you rightly said, he said that art is personal. The way you've shown certain scenes of discrimination that happens through your characters is just heartbreaking. And worse things happen to people, even that. I want to understand what is it that you tried to kind of show, because there have been, in the past also, Masaan, you've done that. I want to understand how that journey has changed for you in Homebound. Maybe different, maybe same, but I feel the emotion may be same, but it's the way you showed what is it that you want to show through those particular scenes also. The impact.
See, Masaan was fictitious,
Of course.
but Homebound is based on a true story, and also it's talking about contemporary India, talking about. So I generally don't trust imagination. I borrow from reality as much as I can. And especially when you're talking about, these could be millions of Shoaibs, millions of Femins right now, millions of Sudha that exist in our country, right? So borrowing from them is more important. So in the least, I mean, I come from academia, so I am too much into research.
Sure.
So I met a lot of these people who are Shoaib, Chandan, and Sudhas, and try to understand from them, and then not exaggerate or fabricate it. Like even smallest of microaggression, if it has happened to someone, that's only when I've put it in the film. Like I've not imagined it. I have not. Maybe sparring one scene which was a little over the top, and I know that it is a little expositional also. But it had to be because there are much worse things that happened in real life.
You're referring to
In the cricket match scene.
Correct.
Because people actually say much worse things, but like film में देख के तो लगता है अरे ये कुछ ज़्यादा बोल रहा है, ऐसा थोड़ी बोलते हैं, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है.
लोग बोलते हैं.
But it happens, and every single, like the opening is referenced from an actual event, but the actual event is much more worse. Like it happened, it still happens every year for these exams. Like people actually got onto goods train, and they sit on top of it, and the danger of falling. We just couldn't get permission for goods train. That's why we did it there. Or like the school, like just a week back, there was a similar episode in Town South where this woman who's a Dalit cook in the midday meal cook, and the children denied, and the kids couldn't like it. She filed a case and she won the thing. But it's happening every day, and
Of course.
and
Real life.
Yeah,
Real life is always worse than I think.
So I try to like I believe in like I'm not a documentarian. I would love to, but I'm just saying like I try to involve not fabricating the reality as much as I can and present it like
As it is.
as it is. Like it should not be, because then you're also doing this. It is a disservice to the people that you're representing.
Sure.
Because I think all of us felt that we have a responsibility to represent all these people. You can't misrepresent. You cannot put in your own bias into it. It has to be coming from a place. So that responsibility, I think, played a lot. And I do a lot of crazy things also on set, like music and with this Code 360. I'm sure the actor must have told you.
He's a great dancer, by the way.
No,
He has,
Yeah,
he has the best playlist, by the way.
grown.
Yeah.
You realize I've grown old.
She just said you have the best playlist.
And some of the best moves.
I was at Deepa auntie's
Oh, yeah.
party, and he's like,
But please tell us your playlist है. बता दो सबको.
No, actually, on the film also, like I have a playlist for every scene, character, and so I would play music. I mean, because on set there's so much of chaos. Like you want to bring the actors suddenly into a zone. The best thing is to do that. And I had this thing called Code 360, which I only came up with. In that, what happens is the call sheet, it goes that this scene is Code 360, which means the entire crew is already briefed before that everybody only talks in whispers for emotional scene, and nobody talks to the actor. Only I or the first will talk. And if I talk, the talk is in the tone of the scene. The clap is given in the tone of the scene. And the action cut is also said in the tone of the scene. And so that really helps like these actors to like not snap out of their thing, because they've channeled so much and suddenly a clap goes like 2 by 1 and it's like they snap out of.
Dada, what is your method to the madness?
That's actually
What
there
is-
is a operation kind of thing where you just kind of say and cut very gently because they are so much into it at times.
I want to know what is your decorum on the set? Do you have something like this for particular scenes? Is there a method to the madness?
Yeah, there's always a method to the madness.
Huh. Tell me what is your method?
This biggest drawback and strength also, I don't commit to the scene till the last moment. I don't commit. मुझे तो आज कुछ नया हो जाएगा. So वो बड़ा drawback भी है और कई बार वो सही हो जाता है, कई बार गड़बड़ हो जाता है. So no, see, most of the time, I think actors have spoken to you. There's no script, the other doesn't give script and all that. Everybody compromise. The thing is that when you're writing a film like interconnected story like Ludo and Mentor, you have to have script. This is everything is linked and day and night and
Parallel storylines and.
But yeah, so and it changes from film to film actually.
Okay, tell me about Metro. Sticking to Metro.
I just completely blank.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see. And sometimes some scenes, हम लोग मुझे कंटेंट पता है 2-3 लाइन में लिखा है, इसको बनाते ना सीन को यार अभी.
हाँ,
Let's
अच्छा.
make this scene. क्या हो जाएगा? So
Like जुगलबंदी.
not जुगलबंदी. You know what? I come from क्या होता है मुझे लगता है किसी में आई कैन गेट अवे बिकॉज यू आर राइटिंग इट
हाँ
आप ही तो
बिल्कुल।
सो सम सेंस मुझे लगता है कि वो वहाँ जगह में जाके जो गर्मी में जो वहाँ से मेरे मुंह से निकलेगा व्हाइल एनैक्टिंग द सीन विद माय फेलो एक्टर हु इज ऑलवेज एन असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर, सो वो शायद मैं कमरे में बैठ के लिखूंगा तो आई ही नहीं बात, मतलब
So do you enact with
I do it for before calling actors on set. I get into the actor's shoe and do the whole scene myself to understand it. And फिर उसमें फिर सीन बन जाता है, फिर एक बंदा होता है रिकॉर्ड करते रहे क्या क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, सो वो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है पूरे समय एंड देन ही इज रिकॉर्डिंग इट. फिर कुछ सीन्स पहले लिख लेते हैं, सब कुछ नहीं है, आज जब जिसकी मर्जी हो, कभी चलते चलते गाड़ी में सीन बन रहा है एंड
That's so interesting.
सो इज आई थिंक इज जस्ट मैं डिसाइड करता हूँ कि ये सीन मैं बाद में बनाऊंगा सेट पे, ये पहले से लिखूंगा. अरे कोको की हिंदी गड़बड़, इसको तो पहले लिख के देना पड़ेगा. सो वो पहले देना पड़ेगा. तो ये कोई थंब रूल नहीं है एंड और मुझे पता है कि ये एक्टर से इस तरह से अच्छा काम निकल सकते हैं, इससे इस तरह से अच्छा
जी.
निकल सकते हैं. ये एक्टर को प्रेप चाहिए पहले से. इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन विच एक्टर हाउ कंफर्टेबल ही और शी इज. सो ऐसा है, देयर इज नो थंब रूल, चेंज होता रहता है.
So interesting. Rima, do you have
Well, I mean, I do follow a script, but when you do workshops and you're rehearsing stuff, this is way off set. People come up with stuff, and I'm a huge believer in like what he's saying. On that day, what do you get? So I kind of anything that I like that happens in those, I keep a note of it and kind of throw it at the actor on set because I just wanted to for it to just be and for them to just say it without sometimes things get a bit rehearsed. So I do improvise a lot, but based on a structured script. I can't act, so I can't go and act the scene myself.
मैं पता उसके पीछे क्या है, उस मेरे ड्रॉबैक, बिकॉज आई हैव नेवर बीन असिस्टेंट, आई हैव नेवर बीन ऑन फिल्म सेट, आई एम नॉट अ फिल्म ट्रेन. तो व्हेन आई स्टार्ट अप्रोचिंग डायरेक्टिंग, मैं वो थिएटर का अप्रोच लेके ही फिल्म सेट कर गया कि दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू पुट द सीन टुगेदर, इस तरह से फ्रेम करना है. सो आई सी इट फ्रॉम दैट एंगल फर्स्ट, उसके बाद कैमरा कहाँ जाएगा क्या होगा उसके बाद की बात है, बट सीन तो समझ.
बिल्कुल बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. दिस इज अ कॉमन क्वेश्चन इन द करंट एनवायरनमेंट. एज अ फिल्म मेकर आपकी ट्रैपिंग्स क्या है, क्या आपको लगता है किस बाधाएं क्या है और कैसे आप उनसे जूझते हुए आगे निकलते हो? द ट्रैपिंग्स ऑफ अ फिल्म मेकर
बहुत सारे हैं.
Starts from day one, no? Right from script.
मुझे क्या
to
लगता है,
cast.
सी आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक what I find, I'll tell about myself. So over the years when you've started, you're naive, you're new, आप नए हो, लेकिन over the years आप फिल्म बनाते बनाते intellectually you grow, right?
करेक्ट.
आपके aesthetics, आपके taste,
बिल्कुल.
सब, but you overpass your audience. They are behind. So how do you go back and cater to them and still be true to yourself? That's the challenge. I think या तो सोचो ही मत, नीरज नहीं सोचता है और वो मतलब he's just true to myself. So I think overtake उसको सोचना नहीं चाहिए. या तो क्या आप वो स्ट्रैप में फंस गए ना कि हाउ टू बी ऑफ बीट बट ऑन पाथ. तो ऑफ बीट ऑन पाथ अभी मुश्किल हो गया है, बहुत मुश्किल हो गया है.
Yeah, I think
I
you're also
find
being very, very kind about the
I find it
audience.
very difficult.
because I think
I think getting a
With
film
the
made
Hindi
itself
film
is the
audience,
biggest
we
traffic
have
to do it as
a
the vision
very-
having ahead. Sorry.
we have a very non-experimental kind of audience.
हिंदी फिल्म ऑडियंस.
Yeah.
जी.
Because say in terms of Malayalam films,
Yeah.
it's a very, very thriving industry and people watch, all kinds
kinds
of
of
films are made and all kinds of films are watched. It's not the case.
हाँ.
In fact, last time Neeraj and I were joking that we're competing. I think that we're competing to be the lowest openers and lowest closers also.
Of the year.
And people just don't want to give a chance to anything that's not star based or their children based. But then they'll turn on and call us nepotists. But aap to nahi jate ho. Let me see a film that open that really is about starring people who are not. So I think that our audience is quite funky, and more I don't know who it is that I'm making films for.
Such an honest thing to say. Have you found a way to kind of move past all this? I mean, it comes after every film.
I think that the reason I write and I direct comes from inside. Like you mentioned Tinkle, that was my first writing job. I was 8 years old and I sent
I love this.
a story to, and the editor was Uncle Pai.
Uncle Pai, Anant Pai, yes.
And he sent me $15. I was 8 years old and from that time I became a writer in my head. So, you know, I write and direct for myself. It's really not for other people. Other people come in because it's a very expensive
Of course. Business.
art form.
Yeah.
And then you need other people to come in. But I think that I am always my own primary audience. And that's how I think I can get up and keep working.
Yeah.
Also,
Well-
to add to what Rima just said, I mean, you know, I think audiences of Hindi films have become much more unforgiving, especially towards Hindi films. A Loka made in Hindi wouldn't be accepted. There are many ideas which, when you're discussing them, you suddenly realize you'll be able to execute them as a Telugu film or a Malayalam film, but as a Hindi film, you can't make it.
लेकिन बहुत जल्दी बदल भी रहा है इस आई एम वेरी होपफुल ऐसा रहेगा
No, I'm hopeful, but right
एक आध
now,
एक आध आता
There
है
is a
एक आध
kind of, you know, and people decide which film they should question,
yeah.
and which film not to.
Not to
So you might have a film where, I don't want to take names, but crazy things are happening. The main characters kill many people, but there's no police in this country only. Nobody's come after him. Nobody's going to ask that question. You know, but
like logic is
Exactly.
is they're
But-
okay कि
but
logic
1,000 questions will be asked of her because she comes in that logical framework. So it's crazy. If you behave illogical, then nobody asks you any question and you get away with it. But if you have a kind of a thought or rationale behind it, then you are, I think, questioned a lot.
has the current because you mentioned the killings, do you think that the violence and the violence that we see so in films now so much more is a little bothersome?
Yes, it's always been bothersome. But to me, the fact that it's ramping up is bothersome. And I think that popular culture eventually always reflects your people and what does well. And in that sense, like I said, I mean, I don't know why. I think we're reflecting a country that's...
बट यू नो व्हाट आई थिंक दे शुड बी फिल्म फॉर एवरीबॉडी
Of course.
सो 70s में भी जब बच्चन साहब कैसे वायलेंट फिल्में होते थे मनमोहन देसाई और ये सब, लेकिन आप अमोल पालेकर भी तो बड़ा स्टार था यार.
But मैं वही बोल रही हूँ.
वो भी लोग
Only
Like,
that's exactly what you're
I
saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That has
Exactly
stopped.
what you're saying.
Hindi film में नहीं है वो anymore. That used to be there. And that's what makes me sad, because what I would like for the Hindi film industry is that it's a thriving, successful film industry.
Absolutely.
Where all kinds of films are being made and there's a home for all kinds of films.
including
But that's
violent
not...
films, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
But that's not the case. It's either, you know, it's these crazy tentpole films. Those are the only ones. And that's what
Violence
makes me
of what
sad.
kind is also like, I mean, how much is it impacting? Like I saw where a man who's jilted lover, he'll walk up to the wedding of the ex, and he's carrying a canister full of petrol or something, and we don't know what it is. Okay, it's alluding to something. Even that allusion, and you think that you're subverting, but that is extremely problematic. You cannot have that. It is triggering to so many people to just see it in a trailer like that. And I mean, I draw my line on that because, yeah, violence, even I watch violence. But how is it presented and how is it affecting
Yeah,
people?
yeah,
Like,
true.
it should give you a thing that, okay, this is not good. But if you're valorizing it, if you're mainstreaming it by saying that
Glorifying
this
it.
is cool, this,
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
this is cool, this is like, this is the pizzazz, you get go with it, that is a problem.
Yeah. What are your
I think somewhere it is reflecting what's going on. And I think the chaos that people are
And the
feeling.
reverse also happened.
the
Rima,
fact
because,
that
like,
this
I
kind
will see
of
something and I want to replicate it the way it is. Like, no, not just like we are copying from popular culture, but we're also like, it's the reverse is also happening. We are imitating cinema as well.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
I would like to understand your trappings that you found, you know, in your journey, and also the current climate. Both of you.
Start. I actually, okay, I might sound extremely different here, but like I feel the films that we make, we only make it about the 15% of the population of India. We do not make films about the rest of the 75%. Okay, I'm talking about, it's always upper caste narratives, made and created by upper caste narratives. Then you're ignoring 75% of the population is always left in the lurch. It could also mean that you're only talking about urban population or small town where you make fun of their English, you make fun of how they look. But 60 to 70% of our economy is agrarian, and they are in villages. Why aren't we talking about villages? Why aren't we presenting them? It's such a lopsided view because that monopoly of 15% is one that is creating, and hence their own stories are being made. So then people are questioning me that अरे हर फिल्म में तो क्या दलित निकालता रहता है यार, क्या निकालता रहता है? But the thing is that I'm making films for the 25%. You're making entirely about the 15%.
Yeah.
All of Hindi cinema is about the 15%.
Who's questioning you? Sorry, I just.
I mean, you know, the random Twitter and people like even like us actually relative to my.
Ranjit is making so is Vetrimaran. I mean, although he's
No, but yeah,
Vetri is not.
You know, and sometimes people mean it well also because I fundamentally am a filmmaker. I'm not an activist. I don't want to be known as a Dalit filmmaker all the time. But the thing is that nobody else is making. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know, it's like entire 25% population has been erased from all of Hindi cinema, all of it.
And even as a filmmaker, you get to decide what you want to make films on also. I think that's also a choice that you have to, like after a point, even if you become popular, if somebody else accepts, that's exactly a trapping, right? कि नहीं आपने ये बनाया यही बनाना पड़ेगा. That at least वो freedom तो रहना चाहिए. Just the way someone wants to make action, ठीक है उसको action ही बनाना है.
I was in a Q&A thing, and the lady was hosting it about Homebound, and she said, I was so moved by the film, I was so touched by the film, I cried a lot, ये वो उनको बहुत प्रभावित किया ये वो. Then she said, लेकिन आपने एक ही चीज़ गलत बताई, वो शादी आपने बताई, वो जो बुद्धिस्ट शादी थी, उसमें तो फेरे ही नहीं हुए, उसमें तो भगवान को ही नहीं दिखाया आपने ऐसे, वो कैसी शादी हुई? तो I told her, this is what happens. नहीं पर वो हिंदू शादी नहीं, वो शादी नहीं कहला सकती. And she went on about it, and I wanted to tell her that this is exactly the point, that there is different shadi also that you're not privy to, and I'm trying to showcase that, which you try to showcase in our show as well.
Made it
But
but
yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
most popular of the weddings. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I might sound
No, but why are you apologizing?
but like
No, and please continue to make the kind of films that you
Yeah.
do. We love it.
तो आपकी हिम्मत से तो ईर्ष्या होती है क्योंकि मैं घूम फिर के ना वी आर ट्रैप्ड सो मच इनटू मी स्पेशली यू नो आई जस्ट कम हियर एंड जस्ट अल्टीमेटली ना बॉक्स ऑफिस मैं व्हेन आई चूज व्हाट टू मेक नेक्स्ट आई ऑलवेज टेक द डिसीजन ऑफ द बॉक्स ऑफिस इन द एंड ये पिक्चर पैसे कमाएगी कि नहीं मेरा आके वहीं पे रुक जाता है 3-4 कहानियाँ और होती हैं जो कि डब्बे में चले जाती हैं फिर मैं देखता हूँ इसकी फिल्म तो जाती है इसमें बड़ा करेज है मेरे में नहीं है बिकॉज मैं घूम के वहीं चले जाता हूँ आई गो बैक टू द सेम टिपिकल ओल्ड मेंटालिटी मिडिल क्लास मेंटालिटी बस ये बस मिडिल क्लास में तो पिक्चर पैसे बनानी चाहिए मेरा घर चलते रहना चाहिए
It's a very honest thing that you said, but I just want to say that even in your films, but फिर भी पैसे बनाने के अलावा if you see the politics of your film or the way you show your characters, you still say something that you believe in.
वो अभी मुश्किल हो गया वही मैं कह रहा था यू नो टू फ्लेक्स योर मसल as a director and
It's becoming more
as an
difficult.
artist and also make a successful film वो मुश्किल हो गया अभी करना बड़ा मुश्किल है
True. You have to, I think, choose.
Yeah.
Choose.
Either or.
either or ये दोनों
Yeah.
करना मुश्किल
What exactly do you want to do? But yeah, maybe it's for me personally. There's never a choice because eventually, you know, people keep asking you, what do you want? Do you want critical acclaim or do you want box office success? And for me, it's neither. I want my film to live. I want it to be sensible, and I want it to have a life, and be remembered years later. You know?
it means something to you.
Yeah.
yeah
That's the primary thing.
That's the primary thing. So.
But all of you are leaving a legacy behind. Every single person here. So you all should be very, very proud.
In legacy, everybody leaves. You know, all
Not really.
the
Like-
people that we spoke about also will leave a legacy.
Edward
I
left a
don't
legacy,
know.
right? So that's
It'll
not
be a legacy of string of terrible films that might have done very well. But I mean, yeah.
Legacy of good films. Like
Ayush Johar and Mehul अभी तीन फिल्में करते हैं. No, my thing is, I want to actually discuss 2 points which have kind of stayed with me and we are talking right now. Is one is violence. Yes, you know, yeah. When I talk about violence and I love violence, I talk about whether it's Takashi Miike and the kind of violence that we're seeing in Korean films, Japanese films, the bloodshed which inspired Tarantino, whatever. We are having violence here as well. I mean, we have had violent films before also. Now it's an amalgamation of many things. I mean, Saving Private Ryan was violent as well. I mean, but it of course functioned as a World War II film. The kind of violence that Neeraj spoke about, violence towards women, which is extremely problematic. My worry is slightly different. Is that you give rise to a certain voice which is more incel in nature when you curb it. As long as there is an outlet and everybody is bleeding, the gangrene, the pus doesn't set. when that sets, it festers and it comes out in ways which I think are troublesome. So I think, honestly, I mean, everybody should be allowed to talk.
Sure.
If you think that is art, yes, there is a responsibility for us as artists. But do I think art inspires society, or is society inspired by art? I mean, which way does it function? If we kind of start drawing lines there and stopping certain things from happening, it's a very slippery slope. Because as a liberal, you want everybody to talk. At the same time, you want to be responsible. Yes, you want to be woke, but not ultra woke. I'm just saying there is a space. There is insidious towards women.
No, I mean, we're not saying stop those films. We're saying all kinds of films should be allowed.
Allowed, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. They should be,
Yeah.
there should be an audience for all kinds of films.
Also, I think the
Our
ratio
problem
of
is that, yeah,
क्या बन रहा है, क्या बनना चाहिए.
what has emerged in the last couple of years, and especially post-COVID, when we see the kind of things that are doing well, or people are wanting to engage in a theatre, because also you're dealing with competition from so many screens. Like when I grew up, there was nothing else to do. So everybody went to the movies. Now there's a lot of stuff.
हम लोग राइटिंग में कभी यूज करते थे क्या इडियट प्रूफ बनाओ.
आज तो मतलब स्वाइप हो जाएगा चलता रहता है.
अभी dumb watching.
I'm
That's,
watching, yeah.
Second
Second
screen.
yeah. So suddenly, you're just like, I don't.
I hear the exhaustion in your voices.
But it is. But something Neeraj just said about 20, we make films only for 25%. My worry, which is actually not about filmmakers, it's the other end. Only 25% of films are being watched.
Yeah.
We're not making it for them because the other can't afford it. When your ticket is going to cost 500 rupees a pop, pop,
देखेंगे.
a family,
3,000
they're not
for an
watching
entire
it.
family.
3,000
Entire
for a family where your income segment is this much. Forget 25. I don't think more than 80% to 85% of India is not watching films unless it's on
I will,
platform.
if I'm spending 3,000 for my family on just a Sunday, I will go watch a tentpole film.
Yeah.
I will not go watch a homebound.
Correct.
Because it won't feel like अच्छा वो आ जाएगी देख लूँगा. So there are no avenues where maybe I can wave it off and say 500 में entire family can watch.
इसलिए ना OTTs like your friend in pajamas, you can go हमेशा मिल जाएगा कभी भी.
No, but you
और ये स्पेशल फ्रेंड है आप सजो धजो.
But you need the discussion with distributors, exhibitors, right? If I make this plate for 5 rupees, I'll sell for 50. If I make this plate for 500, I'll sell for 5,000. If I can do it for every consumer good and give it to the audience or the buying public, films don't do that. A small budget film will not translate to the audience as a small budget film. They're not paying 100 rupees for the ticket.
Yeah.
They're paying 500. And as long as that disparity exists,
Yeah.
you aren't going to get people who are going to pay 3,000 for a Shah Rukh Khan film,
Correct.
which is for Homebound. Because that suffers, man.
Yeah, but that also, I don't know if you can, in terms of, I think definitely across the board, multiplexes are getting unaffordable for the
We have
average.
least amount of money.
The other thing
given
is
the
time.
population.
Even if your closest theatre is half an hour away, you're adding to, there's the film, then theatre owners also somewhere have to make money. The kind of taxation that we have on our entertainment, it's not possible. So people are, you end up having to have those long intervals. You end up having to have those ads. And eventually the whole experience becomes about 4 to 5 hours. Who has the time in modern day to do that?
But
You're actually alienating audiences by making it unaffordable.
But I also kind of believe that just because a film is about, say, for example, rich people.
Yeah.
Just because it's
Sure.
about rich people doesn't necessarily have to be for rich people.
no, 100%.
No,
Similarly,
I'm just saying
similarly,
that
if it is about a marginalized community,
Yeah.
I don't think it's only for that community.
नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल.
That's the beauty
No,
of
but if they exclude
All of India saw Mother India. It's not like everybody is agreeing.
because they're getting excluded in this whole paradigm
हाँ.
of expensive
कि
tickets.
वो देख नहीं पा रहे हैं.
के बारे में film and they are only not able to get to see, and all of us are getting to see.
Correct,
South has
exactly,
fixed it. They
which
have
is-
capped ticket costs. We can do the same. We need to be doing it.
And, I mean, we're talking about people who, a lot of people say, for example, watch Dahar. A lot of people tell me that. And when I'm like on Prime, and they're like, they download kiya. Or they are using a friends.
Telegram में देखा
Even OTT is becoming too expensive for
Yeah.
that.
I got a call. We saw Haq. अच्छा कहाँ theatre में नहीं हमने तो डाउनलोड करके फोन पे देखी. मैं कहा what? Like thank you so much, but ठीक है अच्छी फिल्म थी मैंने कहा.
Yeah.
ठीक है भाई.
So, I mean, if, forget about film tickets. I think sometimes even subscriptions are too much for the kind of economy our country has, like you said. So,
There has to be.
yeah.
Your opinions on the trappings
No,
of it.
I feel that, you know, my journey has been that like there's so many scripts I've written that have never gone off the ground. So I think it's easier for me to be a director for hire in today's time than to be a director of my own voice, because it just gets so tough. Like मुझे सब बोलते हैं ये हमारे स्क्रिप्ट है तो डायरेक्ट करेगी ये, but they never ask me but आपको क्या बनाना है. And I am a writer, so nobody like, so I feel that, you know, what sir was saying and what Reema was saying, for me, my first audience is myself. Like मैंने शायद मिसेस, आई एम श्योर लोगों ने कुछ लोगों ने बोला हमने 3 बार मैंने तो 4000 बार देखी होगी. तो सुबह 4 बजे मैं साउंड के लिए एक बार देखती होगी वो. फिर एक दिन मैं ट्रैवल कर रही थी प्लेन में, तो मेरे को वो हेडफोन्स नहीं दिख रहे थे पर चल रही थी, तो मैं बोली चल बिना साउंड के ही मिसेस देख लेती. तो मैं सबसे ज़्यादा तो मैं ही देखती हूँ मेरी फिल्म. सो अपनी स्टोरी तो लाइक सो फॉर मी द चैलेंज हैज़ बीन लाइक, यू नो, एंड ऑल्सो आई डू हैव अ little, there is some voice which I feel that it's, I want it to be out there. So for me the struggle is that, like, to tell stories my voice
In
and
your
as
way.
Sir rightly said, like, you know, find that balance of, you know, at least to convince the producer, find that balance. You know, it's very rare for, you know that there's something like homework, but also you have that like filmography of Masaan, and also you've done such amazing work. But for someone to start off by saying कि यार मुझे थोड़ी सी अलग, और मेरे को तो I like science fiction, so I like magical worlds, like, you know, so मुझे तो वो off the ground में तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है. Like तो मैं खुद के super voice of माला को जैसे खुद ही अपने उसकी चल आजा अली चल आजा चलो शूट करते, तो वैसे ही ऐसे फोन में शूट वैसे ही करते हैं हम लोग तो. या so sweet.
But the trippiest thing is watching a film on a flight. Somebody is watching it like, "Hara."
क्या उसमें सेटिस्फेक्शन अलग होती है जब आप वो करते हो, या कि जब कोई आके बोलता है चलो अब तो आपके पास पैसे होंगे, आपको लगता है वो खुशी अलग है?
क्या
जो छोटी छोटी खुशियाँ आपको मिल रही है फोन में करके, या किसी को है फ्रेंड बुला के, आपको लगता है?
तो वो है ना, वी लाइक द वर्क गिव्स अस द बिगेस्ट प्लेजर, लाइक मोर देन एनीथिंग एल्स. आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ अस आर आल्सो लाइक शाई पीपल, वी लाइक टू बी अपने घर पे with our dog. So these
Just me because she knows this about me.
like we like to be that and work on our films. We like out, but अभी मुझे किसी ने बहुत समझाया था बैठ के कि, you know, going and talking about your film is like post production. तो उसको काम जैसे देख, like, you know. So and thankfully at least Mrs. was a story where at least the people I was interacting with was also enjoying, and I was learning as I went, like, you know. So that was a different story, but yeah, like, I think I enjoy working and being excited by an idea. I think all of us are here because of that. It just makes us alive in a way that, you know, every day we are not alive like that. So yeah.
You know,
As an artist, you also want the best.
You want the film.
You know, you don't want to be shooting on your phone and trying to just
Yeah.
satisfy yourself in some way.
Yeah.
You want to be part of a larger.
Yeah. Yeah.
but because you said that, it's true. जब कह रही थी ना कि मुझे अपनी कहानियाँ जो मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ मेरे तरीके
Yeah.
से बोलने की एक मौका चाहिए, या यू नो और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ चाहिए. जिस तरह के हमारे, मैं इंडी फिल्म्स की बात इसलिए कर रही हूँ क्योंकि यू नो हाल ही में हमने देखा है, यू नो आगरा हो या ऐसे फिल्मों
Yeah.
किस तरह से उनको मतलब हार्डली बोथ ऑफ देम स्माइलिंग ऑलरेडी. इट्स बट मतलब जो स्ट्रगल होती है स्क्रीन्स मिलने की, स्पेशली इन द मार्केट, जैसे टेम्पोल फिल्म्स के बीच में, तो ये एक डर सा हो गया है कि मतलब हम फिल्म फेस्टिवल्स में ही दिखाते रह जाएंगे. बहुत सारी फिल्में तो रिलीज भी नहीं हुई है जो वहाँ पे अवार्ड लेके आए हैं, यू नो.
रिलीज करके compete करेंगे किसको कम
फिर भी नहीं
नहीं
होता.
मिला.
मतलब I think
है ना नीरज?
there's no market on it.
But you know,
I'm sorry.
I think that
I love how both of you first of all started smiling.
you know, because it's crazy because you do get so much love, but you're then like, where's the
Box.
where the ticket sales? Huh?
Real love.
Yeah. सब लोग ने कहीं टेलीग्राम में देखा है क्या? क्या लग रहा है? You know.
Yeah,
So
that way.
there is that, and I mean, I have nothing against tentpole films. I enjoy a lot of them.
Sure.
In fact, I'm, you know, if we finish on time, maybe I'll go watch Dhurandhar today. The point is not that. The point is that when you just do not allow, and you're kind of choking a different kind of voice. When there's, you know, what I think Aarti is trying to say, she's an author. So when that is not allowed,
जी.
then that does tell you that is this a healthy, thriving industry?
Yeah, बिल्कुल.
And unfortunately, I don't know.
नीरज आप कुछ बोल रहे थे.
There's nothing healthy
What
about
I'm saying, apart from what she's saying,
including working hours.
it's also lack of institutional support
Yeah,
in
yeah.
जी.
enabling these kind of films.
Absolutely.
No, it's the ulta, the kind of tax you pay.
Taxation,
Yeah.
You know,
thing.
it's, you know, people keep kind of talking about multiplexes and how or producers and how much money. But when you look at the taxation, it's very, very difficult to put out a film and make it a success. You really have to earn multiples of the amount of money you actually spend on the film.
जी.
So I think that, like he's saying, there's no institutional support, and that's also a huge reason why the industry is kind of where it is.
Come to my last segment. मैंने आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि 2-2 सवाल करें. दादा will give his सवाल on the table.
Oh shit, I'm not.
That's fine. I'm going to pass this.
Why you have not sent your sin?
You are,
I had
he's like how he shoots. Yeah, I'll do it all.
I'll do it
on the table. But I'm going to pass this bowl around, and just whatever, some questions are specific, so you can still read it out, and then we can, and then somebody else also can have an opinion obviously on it. So I'm going to start with you. We'll pass it like this and get to the
So
other.
to read out this question and
Yes,
give to the
please.
person who's
You can, if it's for, you just
for
read it out.
Neeraj Gaiwan.
So you just read it out.
When censorship alters a film like Homebound, how do you protect the emotional and political core of a film when the final version audiences see is not entirely the one you made?
Good question.
And also, by the way, end of this, you have to guess who asked this question.
Yeah.
Many questions.
No, I didn't actually.
Wait, why you can't say all that now?
Achha.
Then who's asked?
Oh, three other choices.
Sorry.
Actually, trying to work around the censorship had started in the script stage itself. Because the way I constructed, I have not taken names, I have not named locations, I have not taken a name of a community. So all of those choices were there before I started. Like if you see that there is an oppressor from one community, you'll see an ally from the same community.
Yeah.
So I can't be questioned that तुम एक community को बुरा दिखा रहे हो. So that has been a conscious choice of using the right words. Even after that, they will still be a thing. And I'm not denying there has been a negotiation. There has been a lot of these things, and the negotiation went on for a long time. But I think I managed to retain the soul of the film. Because I think you can't censor friendship. I think there maybe some of the politics is a little watered down, but I feel the film still holds, and it has the same impact as you would with what's being gone. So I feel it still creates the same impact.
No, absolutely. I want to pass the ball to him, but before that, can you please also tell me, because Haq also had, like I said, when you're making, especially when you have films like this, right? Tell me how you kind of figured your way out with censorship towards the end.
Well, to put it, I'll come to the end first and then go to the back part. The film was passed without a single cut in India, without a single cut in UAE. And yeah, I mean, I cried in the censor board, CBFC office that something's gone wrong. But I was like, trying not to believe because I held on to every single word which was balanced. But, we spent a lot of time researching whether it was a legality of the case or the Quran, because I needed her to quote it and use it the way she did and clarify as much as I could and understand it for myself before I would kind of put it in the film. Or did I censor myself? I kind of went with just respect and put everything I had to and put it on the line without, I think I fought a different battle. The bigger battle was that, I didn't want to, I need to make sure it's balanced. And there was at times, a lot of, pressure at times that, what if it's not balanced? And I was like, that's not changing. And luckily me and my entire team, my entire cast, my producers literally kind of stuck to that and kind of supported me in that. So that really helped.
I think because that was in your mind, I think you know that it turned out to be a balanced. I know exactly what you're trying to say, and I think it was. It's good that you think that I will stick my ground and say I will make sure there's a balance, and it's very difficult to do it. I
मैंने भी
understand.
ऐसे ही सोचा था कि बहुत कर्ज मिले मुझे तो यार.
हाँ, क्यों?
हाँ, but many कर्ज.
Did you cry?
Bro, no.
मैं तो रोने को तैयार गया था और रो दिया. I was built up like this. I would have been 4
You got many cuts?
on the steer.
It's like strict principal sitting there. I'm like a naughty student standing, sir. So, बहुत सारे कर्ज सर.
I gave them a lot of love and respect eventually. So thank you so much.
बताऊंगा कभी इसके बाद क्या क्या कर्ज दिए. चौंकाने वाले.
Then you have think part of you has to like kind of readjust to whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I didn't understand the logic. You know, you just sometimes you make me understand the logic. So logical होगा तो हम भी काट देंगे यार, हम भी मतलब we are also responsible filmmaker. ऐसे जीत पकड़ तो नहीं बैठेंगे, अब तक लॉजिक नहीं समझ में आया ना आपको, ये क्यों हो रहा है?
मुझे तो सेंसर शिप का ही लॉजिक समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
There's no logic,
Especially
yeah.
when we have
Just give ratings.
certification.
Yeah.
You have certification. So in that, where's the logic? But
I mean, you can be adult enough to pay taxes, vote a government, do everything, but watch a movie, which I never understood. You have ratings. But yeah, I've been lucky with the censors, except my first film where I had a lovemaking song by Pritam Da, Jal Jal Ke Dua Ho Rahe Hain Hum,
अच्छा.
where they told me that reduce leg shots by 40%, kissing shots by 30%, and etc. I said, listen, I joined the arts because the maths was weak. So I'll reduce it just to a percentage and then let it be. So yeah. बहुत ही bizarre था.
Okay, you want to guess who's asked you this question?
Nobody.
Sorry, Neeraj, you want to guess? Apology. You want to, Neeraj.
Okay. Oh shit, I thought it was you.
No.
Yeah, Neeraj, Rima asked this question.
I think
Okay.
Rima and I wanted to answer this question in a way that, but also a quick addition to what I've just said is that, having said all this, I think they've been very considerate. They've negotiated with me very calm, very low. I think they also could see the
intention.
humanity in the story.
And the intention.
Yeah, because I think they saw the intention. That's why I think they've been very. They did have a lot of discussion with me, but they were kind to me. They were nice to me, and they were, they had a healthy discussion.
Fair enough. Good.
या मुझे भी ऐसा बोलना चाहिए नेक्स्ट फिल्म के लिए.
No, but they genuinely were.
I agree. Did so.
My experience with the seriously generally was
दादा next film
amazing.
आपका
I
तो
agree. No. I had a great time. It was amazing.
Dada, whatever they said, Dada, you take me with you next time.
healthy.
I'll be the lucky charm.
दादा trade secret इसमें मत बोलो.
मैं चल रहा हूँ आपके साथ अगली बार. I'm a lucky charm.
Okay, let's hear the next one.
Oh, it's come to me. Okay. What three tips you can give a fellow director to make films like his and break through as an international director?
Yeah.
मुझे पता है सवाल किसने पूछा.
हाँ वो
इसने
मैंने
पूछा।
पूछा और वो मैंने
आपने
इतना
बोल भी
सोच-
दिया। So
इतना
sweet.
सोच के भी नहीं, मतलब अब मुझे ऐसे इनके क्वेश्चन के बाद मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि इतने कम मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चन
नहीं. I think all the questions that has been received by you are fantastic.
You are too harsh on yourself.
She is though. I think it's a sweet question.
I don't know. I mean, honesty to your story is most important because when rooted stories or when that come from something, those are the ones that become universal. The more local, the more universal it becomes, I think. And when you stick to it. You said 3, I think. Second,
हाँ, you can say as many, but yeah.
हाँ मतलब I think honesty एक चीज़ है and also willing to compromise on money, 100%. Like, I mean, whatever fees that I got from Homebound, I've been living on it for the past 4 years. Since the time I'm writing, I cannot take up any ads, anything, and yeah, those compromises are there, and also be open to co-productions. Because sadly, I don't know how much support we can get from here, but like co-productions are the only right now way to make film that you want to make.
So when you speak about ad, just something came to my mind. You had done a very beautiful Vix ad. Just there was a watchman and who played this watchman in Homebound, and the way you've shown him through a peephole, he said, मैं जाऊंगा तो मेरा जॉब कोई ले लेगा. And I was like thinking about him, like even I think a day later कि बेचारा अभी भी बैठा हो, कितने महीने बैठा होगा वो अभी भी, like एक्टर नहीं हो तो मतलब मुझे लगा रियल पर्सन ही, ऐसे फील आ रहा. So yeah.
Okay, for you. For बोल पास कर देते हैं हम. आरती, it's your turn.
So this question, oh wow, oh this is to me.
Wow, look at what are the odds?
So yeah. So ऐसे में खुद को ही
हाँ पढ़ो आप पढ़ो.
It's like while making film also you keep asking yourself questions.
ये तो मेरा अंतरात्मा.
You're a sci-fi filmmaker as well as an emotional narrative-driven filmmaker. Given this, what is your take on AI in cinema? Is the geeky sci-fi tech enthusiast in you at loggerheads with the emotional storyteller when it comes to AI? Yes.
I think this is a fantastic question. Which is why
Hard question.
I just want to say, which is why I have skipped the AI discussion.
Either or.
हाँ. ये तो मुझे मतलब एक बार और ऐसे थोड़ा सा सोच. No, for me, I dabbled with AI much before. In fact, it came because I have siblings who work in AI. In fact, my brother who is one of the early AI. So he was very enthusiastic. So he used to say, so I played a lot with AI. But मुझे ना like everything
you know, there's an initial excitement, but after that there's certain boredom, like it's like boredom sort of sets in with whenever you interact, even the images you see and stuff. So
Yeah.
something is there that I think
AI
एक,
stop.
हाँ yes, तो वो मुझे ऑलरेडी फील हो रहा है, तो मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि AI एक थोड़ा सा अभी बबल लेवल हो रहा है, which will burst. ये मुझे ऑलरेडी फील हुआ, and recently I seen one video also that it was I don't know if it's a slightly adult statement, but it's like we all texted, but like okay, with the AI we all
Yeah.
this,
But yeah, but
but was it like the best sex ever? It was not. Like, so it is the same thing with everything. Like, you know, AI can give you the story and maybe it will be a functional, but will it be the best story ever that you
Actually,
could
what I
come
meant
up with
to
on
ask
your
was
own?
that
Like, yeah.
because you do sci-fi,
Yeah.
like with the tools of AI, you
Yes.
can definitely make a sci-fi
Sci-fi
FA
film, yeah.
without much resources, whatever.
Yes.
But at the
Yes.
same time, you're also an emotional narrative film.
Yeah, yeah.
So, would it be a compromise? Like,
I was thinking that, like, you know, very recently I dabbled a lot with, because a lot of my stories also space films. I was thinking, how can I use AI to make spaces or the sets,
Yeah.
which, or, you know, the world creation. One of my stories is when girl travels to different planet. Matlab, it's more grounded than it sounds in one line. But like, so I thought that I could create that planet very easily. But then I also feel that I have a very lot of my collaborators are my collaborators since like my film school, so they're very close. So I feel I can always give an AI a prompt to create that world. But for me, one of the biggest joy when I do VFX is like just jamming with him. So it is always like I just, you know, I love the human interaction when we are coming up with things. I also like details, like, you know, there was a time I used AI because I'm a person prone to a lot of spelling mistakes. So I used to use AI to sort of spell check with, you know, there's a very correct spell check without dashes and with my own language, you know. So but I also felt that whenever I'm writing a story, even the process of doing spell check makes me go very internal to the story because it's a meditative space. The labor is part of art, right? Like, so that is also there. So there's a dichotomy, of course, and that I try to navigate. If I have
ethically, what would you like?
See, ethically, I feel that if they can be used purely as tools by my VFX guy, I don't want to eliminate the person interaction. If he can make it.
But isn't that inevitable, you know, because like you're saying, it's very nascent right now. And like somebody I was talking to recently said, like, you know, AI is like a little child right now that's not listening to you.
Yeah.
But the minute it's developed,
Yeah.
and, you know, people
It
are
has
now.
made my pre-production very easy. I use it. It has made it so. नहीं तो आप sketch लो, sketch बनाओ, समझाओ. इतना मतलब, you know, pre-production. I use it for that, nothing else. And
Like a tool.
But it is going to become more
Yeah,
and more
but then
prevalent with
also
variety
there-
of things. Editing time will do a
Yeah,
lineup
there
for
are
you.
times
you
when,
edit.
say,
That
you're
I'm
reading a
wrong.
script,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure anymore whether a person has written it or taken help from.
ChatGPT, हाँ.
Like how much of it is
Yeah.
पर नहीं, लेकिन एक पॉइंट पे पढ़ते पढ़ते आप समझ
Yeah.
आ जाता है कि
you come to know.
एक वॉइस में एक जनरल
I feel it's not at the human cost.
वो ना
Yeah.
हैप्पी पपी डॉग एक वाइब आता है. AI is a happy puppy dog. मतलब देखना उसमें.
Yeah, but
उसके
it's-
scripts पे,
yeah,
like, you know.
true.
Yeah.
But it is inevitable, so it's not like it's
Should
going
I-
anywhere.
Yeah, I feel, but then after that,
Yes.
pure artists will emerge who will be valued more. As I feel that.
For Anurag Basu, how do you write your scenes with music? What's the process?
अरे यार ये पता नहीं ये इसे देयर इज नो प्रोसेस टू इट. मैं तो बचपन में बच्चों को लोरी भी गाने गा के सुनाता था ऐसे कहानी. सो वो आई थिंक इट हैज कम, आई टेल यू फ्रॉम वेरी टाइम. आई हैड टू डू लॉट ऑफ थिएटर व्हिच इज म्यूजिकल थिएटर, गानों के साथ नरेशन. और मुझे लगता है मैं एज अ किड आई वाज वेरी फैसिनेटेड फॉर यू नो say for example the narrators in Metro are from actually Vivek from Jatra. They come and narrate the song. So there's Palwani, there's Majma, there's तो ये singing narrative जो है ना ये I think I have grown up. My dad was a theater. We had a theater group for Abhijan and मेरे डैडी ना हर दूसरा तीसरा प्रोडक्शन म्यूजिकल करते थे. तो हम लोग सब गाने लिखते थे. मुझे लगता है ये कहीं वहाँ से आया है और मेरे साथ रह गया है और मुझे बड़ा वो यू नो फैसिनेट करता है. ये बड़ा और बहुत आसानी से होता है. मैं गाने बनाते बनाते ऐसे सीन लिख देता हूँ.
Wow.
और वो आई थिंक एंड आई लव वॉचिंग म्यूजिकल एंड डूइंग म्यूजिकल प्लेस. मुश्किल होता है कई बार. आपको लगता है कि आप बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हो रहे हो, लोगों को समझ में नहीं आएगा, ज़्यादा करें कम करें, ऐसा डर भी लगता है कई बार. लेकिन दैट्स हाउ आई डू इट.
You want to know who asked?
Yeah. Who asked the question?
You ask.
मैंने पहले ही
तेरे
It doesn't.
She's waiting to say कि मैं
no, but
एक
what
follow up question है.
what beautiful thing I find for you as a filmmaker, that you know, because I've seen your work over the the years, for you to your voice to evolve, because this music, it's post Jaga Jasus, I see more of that. Of course Metro had, like earlier one had little embers of that, but this is so it's nice also for us to watch you blossom as a filmmaker and find your voice as a filmmaker.
मुझे नहीं पता मेरा वॉइस क्या है पुस्तकों.
बुलंद है, बुलंद
अरे
है.
नहीं, अगले फिल्म वापस बदल गया सब कुछ. मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ ये क्या है और क्या शूट कर रहा हूँ मैं, क्या कैमरा लगाऊँ, व्हाट एंगल. जस्ट सो मच ऑफ स्ट्रगल टू फाइंड जस्ट टोन ऑफ अ फिल्म. कई बार 2 दिन में हो जाता है, कई बार 1 हफ्ता लग जाता है, समझ में नहीं आता है. एंड जस्ट
You'll have to pick one.
या सो म्यूजिकल एक्चुअली वो एक जैसे आप दोनों का जो प्रोसेस, आपका प्रोसेस मैं भी वही करता हूँ, प्लेलिस्ट बनाता हूँ. तो गाने का जॉनरा म्यूजिक जो है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हाँ टिकट, जैसे लूडो में वैसे फंक सुन रहा था, 80s के फंक. तो सडनली पूरे गाने में ना वो आपका कोई भी वो आ गया अपना बीजी में. तो आई थिंक म्यूजिकल भी वैसे ही आता है प्लेलिस्ट के बाद आगे जाके. हाँ आरती आपके लिए Mrs. deals with the revelation that's largely internal and invisible. How did that shape the way you directed the character on screen?
You know, there were lots and lots of discussions with Sanya. I think one very game-changing thing that both of us did was actually we went and actually spoke to women. We thought कि ठीक है remake है वगैरह, but let's just make it our own, find our voice. And when we were meeting women, I think वो मेरे लिए बहुत cathartic था, क्योंकि I was coming from a very different mindset कि इसको कैसे वो करेंगे, ये करेंगे. But when I was really reading those stories, and वो बहुत ही amazing evening थी. I think full day we spoke to 2 or 3 women only. But the last one जो उसकी story सुन के, I think we were all crying, and I was like, I can't believe that this is what is happening. So how to tell this story very responsibly and as you said, as with lot of respect, because you have to respect the stories of this. So I and Sanya really discussed this a lot, and see, this is not like a plot point. Like this, every scene adds a certain weight. मैं बोली थी हर scene में 200 ग्राम मतलब there's no कि एक inciting incident है, right? So how do we add that, and how do we work on that? And I also felt that when I spoke to the male actors, Nishant and Kawaljit, I said you play with your point of view and you be correct in your point of view. You don't feel that I'm trying to be a villain. Because I didn't want that. Like then it just felt कि it will break for me. अगर clearly villain लग रहा है, you should feel कि he's a normal husband. He's what he's saying makes sense.
But also the tone is also very polite.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not screaming.
Yeah.
Usually ये है कि it comes to a point of rage.
That's why so many people got offended also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a very normal
Yeah,
guy.
very normal, like-
Why are you objecting? to it?
Kawaljit,
Yeah.
when he's telling
Yeah.
Sanya,
problematic people are the most normal people that you know.
हाँ बड़े प्यार से बोलता है, बेटा आपने ये किया नहीं, like that,
Yeah.
ना, with a
Yeah.
almost affectionate tone,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is even more triggering,
Triggering,
actually,
yeah.
because you're like चिल्ला ही देते इससे better. At least I could have,
Passive aggressive.
yeah, very passive aggressive.
So yeah, we calibrated, and yeah, I try to support also every department. Really supported in terms of how, like, even costume evolution. She comes as a red bride to becomes one with this. So these are like very 101 like
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I thought these really helped. Even the lighting by the cinematographer. The first day, the brightness of the kitchen is very different. Then by the last day, it looks like apne
Yeah.
ghar ka kitchen. So those things were there. But I think the biggest credit goes to Sanya herself. Like she really got into the nuances,
So
and
good.
and I think it helped that
So
we
good.
shot linearly. We shot at a stretch of like this 24 days in that one space. So I think it really started getting on her. As I told earlier, I was really worried that it was really affecting her, because she was really giving her soul to it, and she was. I remember one day she called me before the shoot, so like I can't believe, like now that I'm living this character, I can't believe that those stories those women told me, they would have felt like this, like so trapped, like so I think
Aarti keeps her word, by the way. Before this started, she said, when everybody's finished talking, I'll talk.
But she, it was so interesting to hear that your actor Kawaljit sir, apparently when he watched the film,
yeah.
apparently he had a lot of guilt, and he kept apologizing to Sanya, saying, "Pata nahi yaar, मैंने अभी film, like she's like, I don't know why I want to apologize, but can I still?" So sweet.
No, she told me कि तूने फंसाया मुझे पूरे जिंदगी, मैंने पॉजिटिव रोल किए, तू मुझे autumn years में तूने मुझे negative. And he's a very well-read person.
Yeah.
Like he you can discuss Ralph Waldo Emerson and things like that with him. So he said कि तूने बहुत फंसा दिया, मैं like मेरा image खराब हो गया.
But you know that scene that went viral and then he did a fun reel also a little later where he was like कि ये पिसा हुआ चटनी है कि नहीं? And I think he does something like that with one of I don't know with
so he cooks and his daughter questions कि ये कैसे बनाया
in that reel that he makes, like he wanted to take a sarcastic take on it, but it was lovely. I think दादा जी है ये मैं पढ़ सकती हूँ, पढ़ देती हूँ, लेकिन you'll have to definitely ask one question to anybody. Take your pick. I will end it.
I'm here today, seriously, to meet you guys. मैं आप सबसे पूछना चाहता हूँ सीरियस सवाल. Will you guys hire me as a DOP?
I knew he was going to say something like that.
Yes.
I love the way your films have been shot.
Oh yeah.
Are you thinking of something?
Hire me as an actor, I'll hire you as a DOP.
Are you
Tara.
thinking of a career shift?
No, I've already done it. I'm doing it, and I'm enjoying it so much. I want to just not direct and do camera. I just want to be a DOP in somebody else's set. Like, you're directing, I'm just putting lighting, doing camera. So मैं चाहता हूँ मेरा next career move वही है.
I'll be the
Neeraj,
first
you
one
want to
to
say
answer.
something to
I'll be the first to answer.
Done. I love how
No,
all
I'm
your
saying
films have
absolutely. I
looked.
mean, अगर if we can afford you, that is.
Yeah, afford है मैं तो.
नहीं, I am ready.
Yeah,
I am ready, but you have to hire me as an actor. I'll hire you as DOP.
नहीं ऐसे नहीं चलता यार.
मैं तो भाई barter system करता हूँ.
नहीं मेरे पास तो काम है.
Rima
दिखाने
said
का
yes,
showcase
na?
के
You
लिए,
already
acting
said.
showcase क्या?
मैंने family में season
great
2 में
eye.
acting की है.
Yeah.
हाँ,
And
इसलिए
he's,
तो-
I think you'd make a great DP because you have a great eye in all your
Yeah.
films.
Some of the scenes are so beautiful.
yeah.
Like
No,
Right
you know
from,
what, I
you know,
just,
your framing to
Yeah.
the way you graded all your films.
मैं
or, you
कश्यप को
know,
बोला हूँ, इम्ति को बोल, सब जितने मेरे दोस्त हैं ना, सब हाँ कोई ले नहीं रहा है मुझे यार, मैं सीरियसली. और and last two films,
Neeraj, you should say yes now.
I've already said
He's the second director. The first one, Hansel. मेरे को DOP बनना है.
नहीं मैं बन चुका हूँ, तो and I've been shooting my films, तो मेरे को बड़ा मजा आता है. और मैं
Wow.
हाँ, so now I want to
impressive.
I want to do it.
No, but many have done, na? Even PTA.
Yeah.
Like I
थोड़े बहुत anyway shoots and so stuff.
Correct, Karshit. Actually, I started doing that in television. I used to be a DOP and director. When I moved to movies, मैं फिर से director बन गया. फिर वापस धीरे धीरे अभी तो मतलब इतना मुश्किल नहीं है जब फिल्मों में शूट करते थे. अभी it's a little easier. It's not so stressful. तो I just
So
shifted back.
now you get your second question. Do you want to ask?
Struggle कर रहा हूँ इतना इसीलिए. हो गया.
Do you want to ask?
एक ही क्वेश्चन.
Any question? Okay. You're happy with that answer, na?
Yeah.
You have Rima is ready. Neeraj is ready. His deal is something else.
No, his deal is not.
I'm out of the deal.
I'll order.
He's being non-committal.
No, I'm fully ready. I'll be very
I'm
happy.
ready to audition.
I'll be privileged.
Seriously.
This is कुछ और ही चलो.
I'm already ready to shoot one scene for you first. Try that.
I like how this is. All right, on that note, thank you so much. Thank you for being so patient and giving us those stories. I think when you watch a film, it's especially for someone like me who really loves this world, right? Gets an opportunity to hear what you all put through. It is a personal joy for me, but I'm sure the viewers who are watching it will also have so much fun. Thank you for being who you are as people and the films that you make. I think we should clap.
Thank you for the food and the conversation.
Thank you so much.
मैं ही खा रहा हूँ, कोई नहीं खाया किसी.